Hey guys, we are early, but I thought it'd be a good time to test to see if y'all can hear me. I'm using different audio, have no idea how it sounds. And can you hear the sound effect, which I don't think you'll be able to? Two questions. Can you hear me? Thanks, Joseph S. But no sound effect. You didn't hear this. Five, four, three, two, one. But no extra sound effect after my countdown. I haven't been able to map it yet. I'm figuring it out. Good, man. I'm glad y'all can hear us. Joe Isabella, channel member, welcome. Joseph S. I'm working from the bottom up. Cody Campbell, howdy from Iowa, buddy. Longtime lurker of the streams, not always active in the chat, but I'm a fan of the content. Cody, I hope you get entered in one of the giveaways we're doing tonight. I'm going to have a members giveaway, and I'm also going to have a general giveaway. The general giveaway is really cool, too. So I've got you guys in here just for being in the chat and hanging out and letting people know. Y'all say hey to Cody. I'm good to see him. I'm going to give away a unique little knife that I got from Vosteed for Christmas. And then I saw it show up on White Mountain Knives. It is the Vosteed Cricket. It's a smaller little 14C 28N knife, but it's got multiple deployments. A traditional flipper, whoops, a front flipper, thumb stud, thumb stud, little low profile. Look how low profile it is. G10 has not even been used. I did do a review on it once I saw that it was going to be a release model. And this one's kind of limited edition because it's got a Christmas ornament on the pivot instead of the regular Vosteed pivot. So everybody will be eligible for this. I've still got to come up with a way. Terrence, what is up? Did you hear the sound effect? The little wah, 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 wah. Anyway, it doesn't record for some reason, but I'll get it figured out. But so we'll figure out whose channel to raid or maybe the numbers game. To be honest, guys, I used to hate the numbers game when I was, and I still am in chats. I still don't like it. But what I've done is I blacked it out. If they say 200 to 400, the first number that pops in my head, I throw it in there. The only reason I think someone who does a lot of giveaways, I've used the StreamYard giveaway tool. If I do the YouTube comment picker, i.e., if I set up a video like I do for the members every week, where all they have to do is leave a comment. By the way, it's pinned in the top of the comment. If you haven't left a comment there, just leave a comment. That seems very legit. I get a huge spread of people that win that. And I'm not there. I know nobody's doing anything nefarious. Pocket Metal and I were on a live, or Stevie, somebody and I were on a live, and they'd seen the same thing I saw. We saw it live happen twice. So he said, well, let's pull it again. And it pulled the same name. So the StreamYard random in chat giveaway tool, I don't know how it works. So I would much rather in our giveaway either go to someone's channel, because I paid for the YouTube comment picker. So I feel like it's legit. For some reason, I can't get it attached to my Instagram, even though I pay for it, because it wants me to put it in my Facebook, which I know it's Instagram. I'm just so anti Facebook. I've got all that shit. I just feel like I want it to die. But Greg Maroney, what is up? Crazy Roach, what is up? Hey man, all channel members. Chris Hingle, channel member. Hey guys, I have got the link because I noticed that yesterday there weren't a lot of people registered for it. And it is a very cool knife. I might throw another knife in, but what I don't know if you guys know is I've got a very extensive collection of Finch knives. This is just one of them. This is probably, I like it because it's micarta. It's unique. It doesn't have the titanium bolsters or the stainless bolsters, but those are coming. I mean, these are very good knives. They're usually flipper only, except for some of the ones that have enough of a fuller, like the what's the little guy that I love? That looks like a little trapezoid. I forget what that thing's called. The Runtley. I can flip the Runtley. I can flip the. I don't have it in this case, but yeah, these are going to start filling in. I'm going to review that Tucson I brought into the channel that I love. By the way, it's a little bit thick, but I like that. Some people might not, but it'll be a future giveaway knife. And one thing really cool before some of our guests stop by that I wanted to show you kids. Are y'all familiar with Saigon Kick? Yes, no, maybe. So Saigon Kick to me is the master behind taking an axis lock knife like the Kung Wu Pulsar. I have my Kung Wu Pulsar here, which you may or may not have seen. I went to Amazon, bought some rare earth magnets, and tried to give it detent, and it's still very floppy. Well, Saigon saw my video, and he's been sending out, he sent me this whole knife to check out, but then he sent me these scales to put on my 80-20.5 that I can show you based on the one. If you look at my video, you can see it. I took some scales that I'd modded by putting the magnets on them versus the magnets that he's getting sourced. And he puts little cabinet, I call them cabinet stops because I was in the cabinet bumper business, or cabinet bumpers, to keep the blade from hitting it. Y'all check this D10 out. Whoop, mic whack. I barely have to give it. I hit my finger. Hit my finger. I barely have to give it anything. And this magnet, the way he does it, it's not very much different. I'm going to show y'all some close ups. So that's a combination of the spring and the magnet. Now, I was talking to my buddy, my brother from another mother, D2, James. Let me find a good light. And he told me that the way I installed the magnets were due backwards. I assumed if the magnets were repelling each other, I wanted to set them so they'd be pulling towards each other. What's up, Nick? And that's not the truth. The truth is you want the magnets to be opposing each other because it makes them pull on the metal harder. I don't know stuff like that. But if you can see in here, this mod is so simple. And what I think our buddy Saigon's going to do is put together a couple of kits, because the kit's much easier than working with the epoxies that I worked with. Y'all can watch my videos. They're struggle bus videos. Why can't I get that low enough to, because it's a two? All right, let me break out my bougie light. My bougie light's got it low enough. All right, let's do this. If you see right back where that liner comes in, I don't know if y'all can see that round flat magnet. But if you look at the disassembly that is going to come out tomorrow afternoon, where I didn't have to do the whole magnet mod, I was just able to take the scales that he provided, and I've got another set of scales. Let me show you because you'll see the magnets I'm talking about. But guys, next level. After I went to Amazon and bought what I thought were the strongest earth magnets, I didn't feel much of a difference in my pulsar. And when you look at the magnets, and I can show you the magnets that I've got that I bought from Amazon, a nice bulk. It came with 3 sizes. I wasn't sure, and this is the way that I position that is like JD for EDC showed me, and I think Saigon does it similarly. He sets it off of the actual inset scale, but he also sent me these 2 scales to try. Let me grab one of these out. but this will show you the difference in his magnets and the way that he mounts the magnets. So he's using a supplier that has a much stronger industrial strength magnet. You would think it's cut thinner, but when you look closer, he's a craftsman and he actually mills the magnet into the scale. I don't care if it's aluminum, if it's titanium. Um, he's on the ball. And then he sends them with foam tape or foam, what do you call it? Packing material between them so they don't stick because they are simple. If I drop it on my computer, I'll probably wipe whatever little hard drive I've got. So these are sharp dress scales. I've got these exact same scales on one of my modded, and that's probably the one I'll mod. I've got one that's got these exact scales that I put a mod on. But if you look, my magnet, let's do this. See the difference in the magnets? And then his is countersunk. And I don't know if you can see right here, but it's a little, what I would call a cabinet bumper. You know, when your cabinet drawers shut, the things that keep them from clanking. And what that does is if your blade ever shifts, it keeps your blade from coming into contact with that magnet. Freaking genius. I mean, I really think, and you guys tell me in the chat, if you've got an 80-20.5, or you've got a crossbar lock knife, or you've got a Kung Wu. I love my frame locks. I'll show you my sheep's foot that came in earlier, my S towel. Kung Wu frame locks are the best ever. They're X locks or whatever they're called. They suck. I tell them that. They don't suck as a locking mechanism, but they have no D10 if you like D10. But just this minor change, and he's been tweaking it, has really absolutely blown my mind. I remember the video where Transparent Knives, Brian, first said, "Oh my God, I found an 80-20.5 with D10." And I mean, if you can see how I'm barely pushing it out, just giving it a little bit of oomph. With the regular 20.5, you've got to give it some oomph, getting that blade hole. I mean, it's just so good. And there's so many knives, the Pulsar being one of them, which is a great knife, guys. I love the knife. I love the look of it. I love the ergos of it. It does not suit me as a knife to carry on the daily because I don't enjoy deploying it. I've got to really work at it, which I don't like to have to work at them. I feel like I've spent 2.5 years developing muscle memory where forever I had to my front pointer finger flick till my shaman came in. The shaman was a knife that let me cross over and make that mental what do you want to call it? Jedi combination of I know how to flick now. I just got to find where that pressure point is on every knife. Speaking of flipping, I've heard these are in stock, maybe at Jared Neve's store. This is the Wii Nefarious. I picked this up after Jared's initial review because I had not bought a Wii in a very long time. It's a thin, minimalistic, full-size knife. Check this D10 out. Not that expensive for a Wii, done amazingly well. And the D10, again, I've got I was looking at them tonight. Some of my other snappy Wiis, like my little Roxy 3, which is a little banger. I've got my Mini Malice, which for a button lock or for any knife has a great D10. One of my favorites that nobody cared about and it didn't sell that well is the Fornix. But the number one, in my humble opinion, I've not handled a Wii or a Wii made knife because I've got some Berg blades made by Wii. The Fornix is an absolute win. If you're looking for a full size, medium to full size knife with a very usable choil and 20 CV, I have no affiliation with Wii. I'm just sharing my thoughts. This is one that surprised me in 2023. and it needs more time on the channel. I need to come up with some concept videos where I can bring some of the knives that I just ran through with the review that maybe 60, 70 people watch, because nobody wants to watch a knife review if it shows up on your morning feed. Oh, Javon released a video on the chipmunk. If you're not interested in a chipmunk, because I was that guy, I'm not going to watch it. I mean, I might love Javon. I might hate Javon. I might be watching for him to step on his dick. But in either cases, it's it's not going to get watched if people don't like it. It's like slip joints. I put a video up the other day, and I knew it wasn't gonna. It hadn't broken 100 yet. I'd love for y'all to go watch it, but I'm gonna make myself big for a second. It is my prototype nip slip that Brother Lefty was kind enough to send to me. I'm sending it back to him with the version 2 stout. Spoiler alert, the video drops tomorrow. I have already called him and said I missed the drop. You know, I hated the stout. It looked like a sad pelican. It still looks like a sad pelican. However, I get it. I see why it was so popular, because with the two distinctive grips, you've got wonderful blade control. You've got awesome action. I said, what's the deal with the fish stick titanium bolster? That's an inside joke from where he used to trash on the flicks. But this little guy, if you guys know, I only brought one over here. I have 4 or 3, but this is the original nip, a little flipper knife that kind of reminds me of a mini Jaeger, just a nice little, whether you want to call it a Warncliffe, which I kind of would, little knife, great fifth pocket knife. Really, with the grip that it has, it's a full 4-finger knife. Well, the nip slip is thinner and it's contoured. QSP, it looks like there's a 99% chance they're going to be the OEM. And even though with the blade hole versus the swedge or the nail nick, the knives are almost identical in how you can hold them. And when I did the little review or whatever I did on them, I was amazed, because one of my best ergonomical small knives is one of the earliest knives I bought when I was collecting, my little ZDP Spyderco Dragonfly. Any of you who've ever held a Dragonfly, you've got to let me know that, isn't it a great knife in terms of carrying like a much bigger knife? Look at the choil of these two knives side by side. My point is twofold. One, I think the Devo nip slip is going to be a home run. I hope they only make one colorway so I don't have to feel like I need to buy more than one, because I absolutely love it. And I've kind of gotten away from slip joints. But 2, this is that slip joint like the Jacob Lundquist Vanish was, that I think if you've never had a slip joint, never wanted to slip joint, never even really thought of a slip joint, this would be a great one to have in your collection. Just kind of like a QSP Hedgehog, if you wanted to start out with a $50 slip joint in micarta. That would be a great one to have in your collection. But because I think it offers so much more than just what we think of as slip joint. And the other super cool thing I wanted to share with you guys was this little Brother Watchman. No one's told me, and I can't find a knife that looks like that. I know Brother's taking some liberties on some slip joint designs and other things, but this is a little fixed blade, little EDC fixed blade, little small guy. Came with, you know, the little belt clip thing on the back. I want to say it either came with one of these or it came with just a belt clip, which is really possible. Could have just been a belt clip, but I put an ulti clip on it and I've been carrying it. It's 14C 28 in, tall flat grind. So for an EDC fixed blade, it's a banger. I like to carry it in my back pocket. The sheath retention hooks into that front bolt, banging. $22. So for any of you guys who are looking for small fixed blades to just to see is a small fixed blade. Hey, Lord Needham, what's up, brother? Todd Core, Crispy Critter, member for 9 months. You will be wearing makeup, buddy. I'm gonna start breaking it in slowly. I've got to figure out how to bring it to you guys. Hey, guess who's here? We're gonna have a couple of guests stop in tonight.
No, we're not.
The Wigged Wonder. Look what I was just showing off. Did you see that?
You showed me that.
Well, I've been researching it and I can't find anything, and no one's in the comments have come up that it looks like. It doesn't really look
Am I
like a
echoing?
off. But it was 22 to 24 bucks. Dude,
Yeah.
I've been cutting with it. It's a tall flat grind. It has gotten a few scratches, which you're gonna get that on any satin blade, especially when you're throwing it in a Kydex sheath. But it locks right behind this bolt. And it is a banger for 24 bucks. That's a win. I'm gonna do a review on it coming up.
Have you been highlighting these member chats?
I've not been highlighting. I've been thanking them. Crispy Critter, for example, where he talked about not wearing makeup, and I said I haven't decided how to integrate it into the channel, but I need to learn
I
how
was
to.
gonna have Chamiette do mine for you, but I fucking forgot to have her do it today. Son of a
Dude,
bitch! I was gonna have her do my shit up nice for you.
what do you mean? How do you have? Is there a setting? I'll tell you what I'm having trouble with, dude. I went nuts.
For your makeup?
No, not yet. I'm trying to stay away from the makeup. I'm trying to re-gear
Oh
into
no, that's what I'm talking about. I was gonna have her put on some, some eyeshadow, maybe some lipstick, whatever. Make
you
me
know
look pretty.
thing is, and buddy, there was the best. I sent you a screenshot. You didn't know what it was, but it was the drama guy I watched. Lordy, Lordy, it's Jordy. And he did a parody. I didn't know he was so funny, but he did a parody where he acted like Jeffree Star. He had on the blonde makeup and he was just cussing his audience. You better tap that goddamn heart button. It was hilarious, man. He was using a lot of his. Y'all wouldn't get it if you didn't watch it. But anyway, my point is, does my audio sound any better?
Yeah.
I'll have to wait till I hear it on the playback, but I've got foam and I've got some foam like drum padding under my table. And then I went crazy and got a Roadcaster Duo, which works amazingly well, but it's more.
What the
I
hell does this even mean?
can't make my sound effect. You can't hear this, can you?
I heard some little garbly noise. I didn't know what that was. It was like right before you started talking, it did it. Yeah, that. Can't tell what it is though.
But you can hear music.
No.
Okay, so I've got to figure a way. It comes with these little 6 sound effects that you can. I wonder if it changes my voice if you'd hear it. Hold on, let's do a Cole.
Does my voice sound different?
Yeah, you sound just like him.
What's going on,
That I could. It's the same 4 buttons or 6 buttons that map the voice changer, and I can also do a Satan, dude.
Welcome to Metal Mondays.
I think that sounds more like it puts the lotion on the skin than anything.
But like I've got the air horn, and I've got some other cool effects that it won't let me. I can play them, I hear them, but I don't think the audience hears them except for little glitches. Because when I go back and play them, I was doing tests, and I've read that it could take 24 hours to set it up. I'm thinking about setting it back to factory reset and just plugging it all in first, like
Right.
because it's the same component. Literally, I had the same cables. Literally unplugged my one Rode, plugged in my second, and they should be the same.
I don't know if that means that you are on the same page as me, or
I will never go voice changer, only because, and I'm not virtue. But part of being authentic is being yourself. If you're not going to be yourself 100%, how can I look at the rest of you as being authentic? He's one of my best friends. I texted him today and I said, "Hey man, I picked up a Roadcaster Duo. Any tips?" "Hey dude, that's overkill. You don't need that. All you need is this, or this." all you need is an audio interface and XLR. And I wanted to go, dude, I've been using an XLR and an audio interface, a Rode actually, for the last 5 months. I'm asking you a simple question. What do you use? And he uses an older Focusrite, but it's a nice rack mounted system. So I listened to him. I listen to Rochambeau, and I know Pocket Metal, you sound good. And I don't know if I think it's more the room where I had a lot of tent. And if I was smart, I would move into my spare bedroom that I don't use for anything but storage. And I've got my amps in there. It's the only room in the house that's carpeted. And I could probably make a really proper area like this that sounded a lot better.
Yeah, we have wood floors, but there's stuff in the house. So it's not, and then like the chairs probably help. And
Thing to the right, and all that's hardwood living room. So whatever bounces there, but I put foam up here, which I could always get. I don't want to have to, but I went to Amazon and I could get rides and blankets that hold, or curtains that hold on
dude, I don't
both.
think you need to go that far. Do you got a carpet under your ass?
Yeah, I actually put a drum mat, the kind that you
Oh
put together,
yeah.
about yay thick.
Right.
So I've got it under me, and then I've got a yoga mat because Jim Keeling, one of the badassest guitarists and has probably one of the best recording studios in Huntsville, has this rack system that somebody made him. If you can just picture metal racks, and around his studio he has yoga mats hanging because he bought them when a yoga business went out of business. So it's literally yoga mats hanging over. Picture what I picture. I haven't seen it, but I picture like what you might hang clothes to dry on, or
Yeah.
even maybe an old store rack where he's just got them hanging down because he bought all this stuff on the cheap, right? But he uses it, and the sound that comes out of that studio is freaking top notch. Crispy Critter, hey man, what all you channel members doing? I haven't been talking to you guys. I'm terrible about not watching both the chat and Brother
So
Pocket.
if
But
anyone had watched me like from the beginning, I was in a different room. I was in my office, which is 2 rooms back that way, and I love that room and shit. It's got all kinds of crazy, art and action figures, and it's wall to wall of insane shit. But this is an older house, and like right now it's 19 degrees outside. If I go in that room, I freeze my tits off, and then during the summertime, it gets hot as fuck because there's a big window. Even though I have it like blocked off with like shelves and stuff, it gets hot in that room. So to keep me from either
it's
being
not
hot or freezing,
it's that the window is giving you just little insulation. So hot's hot and cold, cold. Because see, what I do in my studio is I keep vents turned off just because I'm not using it. I feel like it's crazy to blow heat and cool in there if the door's closed.
yeah,
I need to move in there, but what you could do, just a thought, you could get some of that cheap construction foam. You know what I'm talking about, that they put on the inside of walls, insulation foam. You can buy it in different ratings, and it can be pretty cheap. I'm not talking about the pink. It's sandwiched in between stuff, right? So you could get it to cut to that window size, lay it in there maybe with some Velcro or something like that, and you might not only lower your power bill, but be able to keep that room more of a comfortable temperature.
The other reason is because our babies are right out here in the living room beside me. So I wanted to stay, they like to see us when they're out and running amok and shit. So
dude, Lefty did me a dirty, and he had whoever had the Lush V2 Proto, the one that's in production, sent to me, and I've always said I hate this knife. It doesn't do anything for me. The Stout, I'm sorry, I called it a Lush. Right. The Stout V2, I always thought it looked like a sad penguin that was flying away from the flock because it had been dejected. But I can tell you, after holding it, what Devo does for me is does great with choils, and I can see why this blade, why people love it.
I just wasn't a fan of the first one because it was so blocky.
This one just as blocky. I don't think they changed anything. I could be wrong.
Someone said it was more, the handles are more radiused and shit. Like the first one was legit.
She only has
fucking
but these are the radius handles. And if you like, and you like grand size knives, right? What's great about Devos is you've got this choil that really
right,
I don't think you're gonna hold it back here. Even if you did, you have as much handle as you do on your grand. But you hold it up here,
right,
and
right.
I think I'm gonna give. I told him if there's any way, because I missed the drop, I can acquire one. I will buy one, and if I do, I'll send it to you. Because right now, you never told me what else you wanted. That's why I haven't sent you the slayback yet. Because I
Oh,
want to put.
that was it. It was the slayback and the fuck, one of the Devos. I can't remember which one you were going to send me to check out, but I can't remember which one it was.
The two that you want. You wanted to check one specifically. Or was it the Buzz, the nice one? Was it the
It honestly, like whatever, like you were trying to sell me on it, so whatever you were.
well,
But the one that I liked the visually was the Growler, the
that's
most.
it. Let me just 'cause-
You had wrote a list.
yeah.
Send it to me.
I opened it. I did get everybody shipped out like I always do. And I'm going to ship some other stuff. I'm going to ship Lefty's knives back this weekend as well. I'm going to ship Pocket Metals package out, and I'm going to send possibly, and I'm going to let y'all tell me, possibly my S-Towel, definitely my AD10 too. I don't think I wrote it down, man. So it's if I did, I didn't put it in my super secret notebook. So we've got the playback, which I think you're going to love, unless it's too small for you. I think the big slayback, which my buddy has, I could probably send it, not at the same time, but I don't like it nearly as much, and it's not because of the size. And
I
the
that's the only one I've messed with was the large, the XL or XLS or however they name it. But
it's
um,
got so much more snap. I think it's probably just blade weight.
but see that might just be like a little bit of them not all being exactly tuned exact the same because Stevie's was snappy as fuck.
And I can tell you they're all never going to be tuned exactly.
Right, yeah. I mean that goes with pretty much everything. But I you know
You know
there
how
there's a
crazy
difference.
the
You
boat,
know,
the
that much.
bunker,
Dude, it's gurgling out for some reason. I don't know if it's just my internet or.
might be my mic. Let me jump out of here for you. Record it.
Uh-oh. And he's gone. Do I sound gurgly? Will you guys let me know? Or is it Javon that sounds gurgly? Do you want me to add you back to the stage, Javon? You're just sitting down there. Oh, and he's gone again. All right.
Gurgly. Am I gurgly? I think it's my levels.
See, that's what I tried. So he had so many knives he brought with Stevie when when we went to Oregon for the little knife meetup. And of all the things that I fucked with, that was like just based on action and ergos, man. That thing, I fucking loved it.
Well, there's going to be one coming your way next week. So I was on DLT's website, and this little Boker AK1 daily carry collaboration comes in a lot of different shapes. I've always seen either the drop point or the reverse Tanto in RWL for about $300, $350. So I was on DLT.
Have you seen the ones that have the titanium handles, but then they have like the place for the inset?
Dude, yes, we'll go to Daily Carry's website because
Those things
that's
are
where
pretty sweet.
I buy all the scales in the world. But this little guy, I saw it. It's a Boker Daily Carry. Has the Daily Carry. I forget the young man who really designed it on paper. And Boker. It's a Solage in Germany. This one's an N690, so the blade steel's not as good. Has G10 handles, but they're still removable. That goes back to your point, Pocket Metal.
Right.
$149.
Ooh.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's the
300
original steel on the other one?
RWL. And the
Okay,
other
I have no like reference on that shit. I've heard it before, but I don't know like what the deal is with it.
one thing I don't think.
Dude, I can't hear you at all.
Can you not hear me at all?
Yeah, you just disappeared when you were down below the microphone.
Check, 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 check. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
No. Can you?
Yeah.
Okay. So this one had the same little lanyard loop, but when I take these scales off, I could take this little tab and it's wonderfully engineered in there where you just flip it around and it becomes not a lanyard. If I want a lanyard, I take the scales off and flip it around.
Josh has got a. Do you have a noise gate on your mic, like in your settings?
Let me do it. Hold on.
I know it's a very directional mic, and it doesn't. It has.
Noise gate.
There's something where it mutes out some frequency. I can't remember what the fuck what the phrasing is for it.
The symbol of a noise gate looks like.
No, I honestly don't.
That is a high pass filter. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys.
Right now, we need one of those signs with the little bars, and it says, "Please pause for technical difficulty."
I'm gonna work this out though. It should be cool once I figure out how to use it. Compressor.
There's definitely something going on because it clips.
Is this low gain? Is that 100? So does it sound shitty right now?
No, it sounds fine, but you were like just like a couple inches like below the thing trying to show the knives, and you were talking and couldn't hear fucking shit.
I think it comes out. This particular mic, which I might need to upgrade, comes out the end, right?
Yeah, it's very unidirectional.
I think I can set up the what's it called where you can make it wider.
Yeah, that's rough. Motherfucking trying to call me out, dollar store. Damn. Listen. Last week I was on Javon's show, and some man child tried to call me out about my hair because I was wearing a hat. I just wanted to show that man child that I got beautiful, luscious locks, and he can suck off.
And my hairlines are seen with a ponytail. It pulls it back. I just let it go down. I look like a balding dude.
Dude, it's cutting out again. I don't know what the fuck, man. You move 1 centimeter away from that microphone and it dies.
Jump all the way.
And he's gone. Oh man. I don't even have a fucking microphone. Just use the goddamn computer. Shit works fine. People fucking, try to make things too complicated. I swear that's what's going on here. Just use the sound coming in off your computer. That's all you need to do. I started growing out my hair when I worked in an office job. Like fucking, it's been about 12 years or so ago. Before we moved over to the West Coast, and motherfuckers had a dress code, like wanted people to wear khakis and shit. And I was like, fuck that. I'm not wearing khakis. I'm not wearing your polo shirts. And I grew my hair out, and grew a beard, and just did everything I could to fucking revolt against the man, and have kept it that way ever since.
Is it better?
It is now, dude. It's just whenever, if you like, your microphone's like right here. If you go like here,
Yeah,
it just
it's
fucking,
shitty down here. Shittier down here.
This guy's, I don't know why I even talk to dumbasses who always try to fuck with me. I'm a graphic artist, you insignificant little twat. I've been the head graphic artist for a lot of companies, and you can go suck off.
Actually, he supplies some of the awesome stees and from a lot of companies we do business with. Put it that way.
Fucking Christ.
And others we don't. Yeah, I got it. And did I show you this pocket metal? And I appreciate you read the chats.
My hair is, since it's so fucking curly, you know, it's probably like, you know, another little bit longer when it's fucking wet, but you know, whatever. The difference between me and you, Salamando Commando, is I'm fucking employed.
YouTube, and I don't think I can get by with that. This little knife is, I've got the other one in my back pocket, but this is the version 2 of The Apprentice by T. Denny. And he moved that plunge grind way back.
Yeah, you're saying it definitely looks like it makes it a little bit easier for the people who are concerned with sharpening the fuck out of shit.
Well, let's go look at the daily carry, because that's what I want to show you. We were talking about scales, because I'll forget. Daily carry knives, which is the custom that this was based off of. And there's a pretty cool story to this knife. And daily carry.
Fuck, dude.
Daily knives. Oh, it's daily knives. Blah. Sorry, guys. Daily knives. Don't you like how I engage with you guys even when I'm just reading? Can y'all see what I'm sharing? Yes.
Dude, I tried, Ian. I tried, man. I highlighted it. See, I'm for those who don't know, Javon gave me command here so I can highlight comments because he's very bad at it.
He is so terrible.
Horrible at looking at the comments. So I'm trying, and I put up your comment, and Javon, Ian is trying to desperately get your attention.
Ian, I'm hugging you, buddy. I'm getting you love, and I'll come back and I'll. So here the I would not want these scales. These are, I think, brass or titanium.
Yeah, but I like that one on the far right, the Thai Rusty.
Yeah,
and
right.
You get some natural micarta in that shit.
Look, you can go in and you can just get, this is RWL 34. This, if I can get this scale to pull up, this is the exact same knife that is under my carbon fiber. It even has the little, why is it not open? So if you look at, can you see this right here?
Yeah.
See that little thing in the
yeah, you talked about it before. It's like a reversible fucking lanyard option.
And these two scale sets, and you can look at other ones, allow the inlay, which is the next step, right? So you can just get standard scales, or you can get scales with inlay. And then you can get in here and you can get.
They had like Ultim, micarta, all kinds of shit, carbon fiber inlays. Look at you and your unreachable websites.
Well, it's daily carries acting funky. But I would think you can get inset or inlays. Whoop. Look at our fixed blades. All right, so here's where you can just get, these are the same knives from my understanding that are so expensive from Voker. I could be wrong. So if you wanted to look at your blade styles here, I've got this one and I've got this one. N690 on the Tanto, RWL 34. And if you'll notice, the Tanto that was so much less does not have that little engineered reversible thing. Notice that?
I could give two shits about that. I just fucking grind it off if I didn't like it.
So this is how you just start with you find what you want, right?
Yeah.
And then you could go in here and I
I
see
just
these.
I prefer the other one that's more of the reverse Tanto,
Yeah, the original
whatever that Viking word for
modified Tanto.
whatever. I like that blade shape. The first one you got better.
But here's your inset micarta that would go in your AK1 rusty scales really nicely.
Forest.
Look at some of this micarta. Look at that, dude.
In case y'all didn't know, it's Forest Thanks Friday.
What
I'm
is
just
this?
terrible at taking pictures on Friday.
What is an inox ferrous? Because that's got like Damascus pricing, doesn't it?
Isn't inox just a phrase that they use for stainless on shit that's not made in America?
Really?
like fucking do I have it sitting over here somewhere? Like on the fucking oh, what the fuck are those things called? Here's the fuck up game. The
It's 30, you get 110 for very nice.
like Swiss Army knives say inox on them, I think, and fucking what are those little wood things? Those wood knives that are fucking. Where the hell is that at? I got one around here somewhere. Open L's, the stainless ones.
Well,
There we go. Aztec kid's right there with me.
Or this inlay is more expensive. Most expensive.
Alox is the scales, but the actual blade steel says inox. So that's the difference. Alox is aluminum.
Inox ferrous. But why is it more expensive? Just the inlay.
Yeah, let me find my. Where's my fanny pack?
Full set up.
Oh.
Really expensive material.
Poopy.
But when I found out this whole daily customs deal, I don't know what shipping is. I do because I ordered a cover for my Roadcaster, and it was like $40, which seemed high, and the shipping was $22 from Europe.
Yeah, man, shipping overseas can be fucking ridiculous. That's why I've never bought anything from Heine Haynes.
Even on how much does it add? Like $20-$30, like a third of the knife?
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
To me, that looks very mild for $100 or €100. Is that about $100? Because I paid in euros through PayPal. I could have gotten fucked. I don't know what the conversion is between euros and
You can Google that shit, man. There's a fucking money converter.
I know.
It stays up to date because some of those things fucking change quite regularly.
I'm gonna go real quick, squirrel brain, then I want to get out of this. I'm gonna show you something that I found out, and I know you guys don't care about it, but I picked up one of these knives, and I was talking to Joseph because I saw something interesting on the site. This is the fixed blade Axon.
Yeah, I've looked at Knives of France a lot, Cheeto.
And it's got this little Kydex teeth, right? This awesome. That's what I've got. That's what came with it. But then I was looking through here. Where did I find it? It was the accessories, products. And they're out of stock right now. This right here, look. Coming soon. $50. Leather pocket dropper. Doesn't that look better than the Kydex?
I like it, yeah. I fucking hate Kydex.
Kydex, with all the hate it deserves, because it does, is very, very, even though it scratches up your blades.
That's what I don't like about it. This knife right here, custom made knife from a dude out of New York. It came in Kydex, and like the first week I had it, the thing was like fucking marred all to hell, and I was so fucking pissed. I went and bought a Bark River sheath for it, so that way I can carry it in this.
Do you leave? Because I do. Do you leave your knives? Because I like to use, what's the stuff I use? Right, Wicked Wax. But I will treat my blades. I'll oil them. I'll take care of them. But I do keep them in the sheaths. And I've heard you're not supposed to store your knives in the sheath.
You're not. You're not. I've had mixed results with it. I do it. I'm a slack ass. I've got so many GECs that got little spots and shit on them. It's usually the ones I carry and are fucking users anyways. I mean, they're all pretty much users, but whatever. That happens a lot. Kydex, Ian, I guess what it could be also, a lot of knife makers aren't professional sheath makers. I mean, go figure, right? So the guy's a knife maker, and he happens to supply you with a Kydex sheath, and maybe it's not the most perfectest fit Kydex, and yeah, it was like fucking leaving marks all up and down the fucking blade. And does it matter? Because this is, I beat the hell out of this thing. I got this in 2014. It's a bushcraft knife. I use it to fucking split the fuck out of all kinds of shit. So, it is what it is. But at the same time, it pissed me off when I first got it.
Let me ask you kids a question. This is a TKL knife, and I picked up from Devin, one of my Instagram buddies, this little knife, which the company's defunct now. They're Marlboro Custom. It is aptly enough named the Little Prick. And it is a little prick. But my point is, the reason we started talking is he picked up a piranha that he sold, and he had some scales coming when they got into stock. He let them go real cheap. I said, sure. But I knew, because I'd swapped scales on fixed blades before, that the retention is usually set by the manufacturer off of the scales, right? Because that's what grabs. Do you use what is the process to reform or not do a major reform?
You got to heat it up.
With will a blow dryer do it, or do you have to?
Maybe like a heat gun might, but a blow dryer, unless it's it'd probably melt your fucking hair out of your head if it was strong enough to reform Kydex.
So
they use a heat press. So right. those things heat up pretty hot.
But they've told me if I set it back, this little thing's already formed, right? So they can't use a heat press. They take this off the metal, and then they would do something with the new scales. They put it in. They see it's a little loose, and I'm thinking somehow they would heat this.
Yeah, it's probably. Once again, I've never fucked with it, but probably a heat gun to blast in the hole, and then shove the fucking knife in there, and then it might, and then you got to have pressure on it to. I just wanted to touch on something real quick. So Pedro, or no, that's the wrong fucking comment. Where the fuck is it? Oh boy, I lost it. So when I was setting up the Be Up site for shirts and stuff, the first thing I wanted to make sure is that they had decent color options. And so there's a shirt with decent color options, and I believe there's what they consider the premium shirt, which is a little bit more expensive, which is just a nicer quality. I don't think most of those go above. Javon's fucking showing his nipples now. I don't know if they go above 2X. I'm going to go back and look at all that shit and try to add some other options, because the first site that I was using, which I will no longer use because it had to go through my accounts and it was just a real pain in the ass, offered up to I think fucking 5X or some shit. So I'm going to go through there and check it out. Also, we have me and Sarah in the works. We're going to set up an Instagram account to highlight products, and then if Javon wants to take a selfie of him in his Be Up shirt, and then we share it, and then show people, and then if you want to write anything or whatever. It's the one thing that's I looked just to see how hard it would be. The Be Up hashtag was used far before we started using it in our community. Sure. And so you look up Be Up hashtag on Instagram, there's fuckloads of shit. There's also fuckloads of accounts with that already. So to try to use that to sort out, things that are actually relevant to Jason Brown and or people who liked him or were friends with him or any of that kind of jazz is fucking damn near impossible. It's a fucking long process to scroll through all that shit. So we're gonna have to find an easier way to make it so that people can we can share stuff and whatnot. But yeah, I will be going through doing that. We did add hats upon Javon's insistent request.
And I
And
have got to still order those because I feel guilty that I haven't. I did get my mat in. It came quick.
yeah, where's your mat? You should have that shit right there. So it's on the picture.
Where I do my videos. It's on the back side of this table. So I'm going to show you the first video I did on it. I'm going to have to get a black and white one. Y'all tell me if it's too washed out. To share. I was stoked to use it. Y'all see that?
Yeah, so you can't see most of it on this particular mat or this particular this one. There's other ones where there's a lot more of the be up stuff. And then Scott also asked me I need to send Scott some files. Scott's getting his TRM customized with
Really see and let you know.
Yep.
You know. And to me, it just felt so good, even though I felt like my knives were washed out. And they really don't look washed out, do they?
No, not at all.
Any more than they do on my American flag.
Yeah. And I mean, I hate to be that guy about the whole of, like, it's so weird to me to have an American flag as a background when 90% of the shit is an American, and or also it's like
people scar on it.
People get mad at me because of that shit. I don't have an American flag anywhere in my house, but like that's like for all the people who are super into using American flags for everything. I think it's funny because there's actually like rules that are not mine that tell you you're not supposed to do 90% of the shit people do with flags, like wear them as clothing.
Cherry on my mat. I'm about to cherry. Right there. See my little burn? I was so bummed. Right there.
Whoa, that got weird.
Watch where and I'll go and put my finger on it to try to wipe it off. What? That's too late. Right here. That's a great lighter, by the way. It's a Zippo that never evaporates. But watch this. I get my little Buck River or my little micro, and if you look over right by the flipper utility, boom, right there where that one landed. See it?
Yeah.
That's life, though. But I love it, and I thought about sitting it here. I had my flag, but it just seems like when I watch MC or anybody else, it's just easier to see a lot of knives on a neutral background, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's, you know, I'd made a gray one, and I could make ones, you know, that are maybe a little less funky, but you know, with it being all of Jason's tags that are brightly colored, like I don't know, but we could do.
Video comes out tomorrow, buddy, and I've got these little. I don't even use them much because I've got these little things that look like cotton balls that are in this little tin. But the stuff that I show you, this rope, I take it out and I cut off about a half of an inch and I turn it into a little bird nest. I can just, with my ferro rod, get that shit just flaming. But when I try to show it on camera, I guess those little fragments can be so hot that they just they melt whatever they hit.
I gotta say that I find it hilarious that people buy kits with tinder in them if they've ever used a clothes dryer, because lint out of a dryer is the best free shit you can ever use. Put it in a fucking tin and it's yours for free.
It makes little small dick shapes out of it. You know the ones I'm talking about? They look like a little cigarette. They look like a cigarette filter. And you pack them away, you know, they're set to go in your pack.
Yeah.
It's just marketing.
I've never even used the Vaseline. I just seriously just fucking dryer. Like D2 was over a couple months ago and it had rained, and so all of our wood outside was wet and shit. And we were out there just trying to fucking use making fucking feather sticks and trying to fucking use a ferro rod. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I took a little pile of lint and put in there, hit that shit once with the ferro rod, and it was like, boom. Everything came up.
You can pack that out or in or wherever you're going. So to me, that's
My bag that we use when we go camping, dude. I fucking pack like a fuckload of that shit. Don't always use it. I mean, we bring fucking lighters and fucking other shit, but if you need, then fucking dryer lint's fucking amazing and absolutely free, and it comes in fun colors. I mean, mine's mostly purple.
A couple of survival lighters, and I'll never resort to them unless I can't get it started with my ferro rod. I'm weird that way, but this is a little Exceed company. I bought it with my own money. Whoops.
Yeah.
And what it is it's a basic Zippo, but it's got O-rings here, and it's got O-rings down here, and it's probably going to flare up like a motherfucker. It didn't. So see my finger catch on fire?
I saw the little thing, but I couldn't tell that was.
So yeah, I just caught myself on fire. But what's cool about it is, unlike a Zippo that slowly leaches out fluid, this one, once you get it filled up, it stays until you burn it, or if you leave the top off where it can evaporate. And then I also Amazon for $7.65. I picked up this little guy. Have you ever seen one of these? Made by
don't know.
It has a little flint holder.
I use this thing.
But what
These are like, we get a 3-pack of them for like $10. Little torch.
This holds another, like, 2 ounces of lighter fluid?
Yeah.
So this is just full liquid lighter fluid. And then I've also got with my little vape tool, but I've got these inserts. It kind of does what yours does.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, we need to do we probably need to keep you all interested, because the member giveaway, all you guys have to do is go up, leave a comment, and you can pass out. You can go play with your animals, do whatever you do. But the people that are having to be held hostage for the little chipmunk, which is, guys, I looked at other knives that will be given away on another Friday Night Flicks. The review on this one, it was a secret knife that wasn't going to be released, and when I saw it on White Mountain Knives, they're like $63. The action, so I've got the regular little low profile flipper that works great. I've got the front flipper, this money. I can even do the little reverse. Well, I'm not going to do that. Then I've got thumb studs. Boom. Boom. I've got the brand new box. I've also got, to make this sweet knife, I've also got some swag that came with this, like a disassembly mat. If I can get all the stuff back in the box, a tote bag, a couple of other things that came. The only thing I'm keeping is they sent this little fidgety thing, this little trapezoid. Says Vostite on it.
Oh shit.
Pocket metal.
My beer fucking exploded all up in my crotch.
Ed Harrison, the man, the myth, the legend. And Ed Harrison and I need to have a conversation, and he can call, well, he can't call me on my cell, because I want to find a channel that we can go do a little raid for our little Bosti Chipmunk giveaway that'll come with some other goodies too. But I want a creator that you all are kind of in agreements with that needs a little help, whether they're trying to get to a milestone or they're just getting started out.
My vote's for the Cheeto Bandito.
Huh? Cheeto?
Yeah.
All right, let me find it. Hold on. Cheeto.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck happened. I just opened the damn thing and it started squirting fucking everywhere.
It happens, man.
It just came out of the fridge. Fucking
I've had-
went fucking ballistic. Yeah, Cheeto Bandito.
Cheeto Bandito brings up so much stuff that's not Cheeto Bandito for subscribers. Cheeto Bandito 17. Give me something else.
Find a link, I guess.
All right, where do I do that? Let me go to my subscriptions.
Where is Cheeto? I gotta look for my history because I saw one of his videos today.
Y'all talk to Scotch, and I'll try to find it. What's up, Scotch?
Hey, what's up, guys?
I've got my crosshatch Strider in my pocket. Dude, check this out. I got the little Strider tool, or a little rip-off version. So I can just, because I think the pivot was just a little bit too tight. No side to side, no up and down. And I don't have to push it shut, even though I don't mind pushing it shut.
This is pissing me off.
It had lock stick initially. It's totally gone away.
Yeah, it just usually breaks. It
I
usually.
need another one, dude.
What's
I'm
up, guys?
just looking at the ones that I showed you that had it look like an aluminum handle. Do they do? Is that their materials, aluminum and G10, or do they do?
Aluminum G10, and then the all tie ones are either like a custom or
Sorry about that, y'all.
performance model.
Did you find it?
Yeah, fucking couldn't mute it quick enough.
Send me the link in the private chat.
All right, let me get back over here. Comments live.
I'm gonna drop it in. We're getting ready to give away.
In the comments, I don't see private chat anymore. It's like starred
Well, hold on. Wait a minute.
and live. I don't see. Oh, there's private chat. It's down. Either it moved or I didn't realize it was in a different spot. All right, here you go. Bam.
I see it. It moved to a totally different place. All right.
Down at the bottom now.
So this is the channel. Executito.
Hey, look, it's Mimo. Hi, Mimo.
Mimo.
Dude.
Mimo, I owe you an apology.
This is absolutely correct. I poured beer all over my balls just a minute ago.
5-door, Doug. It was a challenge coin from 2017. They must have had some. They only in 2017 when Strider shut down as it was, and Dwayne and Mick split. They had what they called a 25 and out. So there was the last 25 knives ever produced under both of them. And then they did some challenge coins too. They call them pals. So it sounds like they found some in the shop that they didn't, sorry, I got my socks all messed up. They found some in the shop and it sounds like they sold some today that they found. So I might have got one. I'm not really a coin guy, but that's kind of a cool coin from 2017, their last, when it was Strider before they split.
All right, guys, this is what we're doing. This is a video. It should take you to the video is. In the video, just be goddamn.
While Javon's over there yapping, I got to tell you, I tried watching that movie like 4 fucking times, dude. I'm still not even like, I think I'm at like 3/4 of the way through it. Jesus fucking
Can you find his
Christ.
other ones? I mean, can you see how bad it is, though?
Of course, you can see how bad it is within like the
Yes.
first 5 minutes.
It's so bad, it's
It looks
funny.
like it's a home movie.
It's so bad, it's funny. You've got to find his other ones. There's maybe it was the dinosaur one where like the special forces come in and they've got, you can tell they're just toy guns. They're not even good looking replicas. They are literally toy guns.
There's an episode of like Criminal Minds or something we watched, and you see someone like moving a gun real fast, and it's rubber, and you can see it shake in their hand. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, 5 Door. Yeah, it
The
was.
movie,
They didn't have a
what's the
whole
movie
lot of
called
them.
again? It's like Hatcher or Hatchling or Hatch.
But you gotta find, like I said, he's done like there's 3 or 4 that were on Amazon from him, and it's the same. Oh, he left.
Myself away.
Run to
You know
the
what?
run
What are
to
you doing?
On what's going on? Musical.
So go to the link that I put up at the top and leave a comment for Cheeto. First, you've got to subscribe to his channel, like his video, and then you are going to leave a comment, something with the word Javon, Juhvon in it. Take your time. I'm going to go get some more stuff to give away, and I'm going to let these guys resume their conversation. Sorry, guys.
Oh, it's okay.
Vaughn kept kicking us out. What the fuck?
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. Yeah, so there's like 3 or 4 movies, and it's all the same. It's just his friends, basically. You can tell.
Right.
And they're just progressively worse. Like I said, there's one, if I remember, there's one, and it's like a bat vampire that lives in this attic of this house. And that, I mean, it's been 2 years since I've watched them, and they're just not good. But
I found something. So I always look at those on Tubi because Tubi has like the best like B horror movies ever. And I can't remember what it was that I saw recently, but there was one that had like the best premise, but it was just filmed so fucking terribly. I only watched like 2 minutes of it.
I'll have to see. And the guy's name's something Scott Jeffrey. I'll have to think. I mean, it was funny. It was just 2 years ago or something. My brother and my nephews, we found them, and we just stayed up late one night and watched all of them. And then we did some stalking, and it hasn't been used in some time, but there was like he's got his own Facebook fan group and stuff. Like,
yeah,
it's just one of those things. Like,
I'll get through it eventually.
Anybody.
I love this fucking show.
It's a real.
Alcohol helps.
Hey,
Yeah,
Cheeto, in his comments, because he already thanked me because I let him comment when I was over there checking. But I'm gonna give away this damn Hank. I've never used it. It's kind of got some questionable thematic.
Questionable. There's nothing questionable about that's the sigil of Satan. That's a child's Baphomet. I don't know what's questionable about it. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna throw in this. It's never been used. I've got a bunch of these old Hanks. If y'all don't like, if somebody who wins, if they send me, hey, I'm kind of offended by the creepy Hank, which I'm not, I will substitute it with a different year Hank.
The creepy Hank.
Clearly meant for children. What are you talking about?
What have I missed the last couple weeks? Anything new that I need to?
Not that I can think of. Holy shit.
To one of you guys in the community, somebody in Lefty's chat said that they had a Dapper Ion that was their favorite light, and they lost it last weekend. Michael Morgan, I don't. I thought you were Mimo, and I was going to apologize for waking up next to you in the pit, not in anywhere else, but next to you in the pit and being all out of it when I woke up. But I want to find the guy who can't find his Dapper Ion because I don't use mine, and I want to DSKFS something for him. But I don't want it to go to anybody else because I was kind of like hanging back. I didn't want to text, but I saw him, and he wasn't asking for anything. He was like, I'm just bummed because I lost it last week. Maybe he'll find it, and I can't find him anymore.
So, can anyone help Lord Needham here? I've never heard of anything else besides a T8. That's a T8. I think they just misrepresented what they were selling.
Is it not Torx? Is it
If it's a
whatever you
hex,
call it, the regular, just an Allen?
right, hold on. Please pardon my ignorance. Is there another screw head that's called a T8 besides a Torx? There's a TA security bit. It's like this. Get it out of this motherfucker. So, let me make myself big for 1 second. So it looks just like a regular T8. This may be a T10.
Your microphone, dude. You can't hear you.
It looks like a regular T8, but it's got this little hole in the end. Some Torx have that little hole to make it a security bit. Demonox exactly right. So that's what these are. And if that's what you need, I'll send you one. But I've had Torx and hex are very close. For example, if I'm not mistaken, this is a hex on this Strider.
It is.
I use a T15.
Yeah, you can.
But I mean,
probably strip it out quicker though.
I'm not cranking on it hard.
really tight. And this is one that's tough. I had to get the little thing to hold it. I'll never take this fully apart probably. It would be a pain in the ass. But if it's a hex, scotch and things, how would you know if you're just a newbie like me, a T15 fits it tight? How would I know how to convert that to what it's supposed to use? Because my Protecs are the same way.
I have no idea. I just stick stuff in the hole until it fits.
American stuff, right? It's American, not metric. Right?
Sure.
Are you just going along with me because you could care less?
No, I just stick whatever in and then I get something that kind of fits and then I just go to work. Yeah. I use, like, if I don't have my Allen, I've got a standard set of Allen keys I use for Strider, but if they're not around, I just get a Torx that is close, and because they're not usually super tight. And then if you have the tool,
is a 332 hex, according to Homo Philetus, channel member, and I believe him. So Lord Needham, you may need a 332nd hex. Let's pull up one on Amazon. Hold on. 332nd. And then I'll drop an affiliate link because I'm a second Allen wrench. You want a wrench or you want a bit?
I think he wants bits based on the previous conversation comment.
Bit. Probably a Weehaw, right?
Here's what he said previously.
I can't read it. I'm on Amazon.
Oh.
This is what I would get, and I actually got this. Let me show it, because it even shows that I purchased it back in 2020. This right here, and I got it for one of my, just to keep kind of in the background for when I need hexes. It's got everything from 332nd, your T8, your T10 size, and up, and it's $7. And they're Weehaws. So what I'll do is I'll go, watch this. Get text link. Copy. And if you are interested in a set of hex bits, when you click on that link right there, you will be making me probably 2 cents. And I appreciate it.
Whoa!
Because it keeps Amazon from pulling shit out. And what I've been trying to tell my little brother, and he won't listen, and I probably shouldn't say this on live.
No, go ahead and say it.
He buys a lot of really expensive stuff from Amazon. I was like, dude, just tell me what you want. I'll put it as a link in a video. Buy it there. It doesn't cost you any more. It helps your brother out, not just on the cash side, but on the fact that Amazon goes, hey, this guy's sending us a little traffic. Yeah, I don't see any single T8s or the 332nd hex. I would go with that little kit. if it was me. And I've got that little kit. And I'll tell you what I got yesterday, not yesterday, the day before.
And he's gone.
What did he buy?
Who
He's
knows?
like me. I'm gonna quit buying stuff, and then I keep buying stuff.
These are Weeha T8s. And I noticed that the ones I use every day, they slowly get jacked up.
Yeah.
And there's nothing better for your hardware than a fresh Torx. These were $12, 30 of them. And I could not get any more than 10 T6s. And they were about the same price. They were like $14, $15.
It's a goddamn racket.
But I don't ever wear out. I don't wear out my T10s. I don't wear out my T15, my T30s for my Medfords. But if you can find on Amazon, these are cheap. I need to do an Amazon store, stuff I buy. Ed Durbin, thank you, brother.
You need to. This is how I need to get organized. Like I keep buying these, and they're all over. I'm just Here's one. Here's my other. Let's see. Maybe there's more in here. Yep, there's a bunch. Like they're just everywhere.
You could combine those two and get like a full set.
I might.
Oh man.
I need because then I'll be taking a knife apart and I'm like I'll look through both of them like where's my T8 at? Crap, I'm out of and then I'll look in my driver. Nope, it's nothing there. Have I got? Oh nope, nothing in there. They're just scattered everywhere.
See.
Yeah, I actually took this apart and cleaned it yesterday without losing any pieces, which doesn't happen very often. I lose more knife parts, washers, and fucking mini screws than you can shake a goddamn stick at.
Did you ever find your washer for your cake?
I still haven't looked for it. It's down under the table somewhere. I just haven't got down and crawled around looking for it yet. I have one of those fucking little magnetic things, but I don't know what the fuck. I don't know if those, is it like bronze or shit? I don't know if that's as magnetic as it could be. So I don't know if it'll find it easy to help. But I keep random shit under my table. There's like fucking boxes of art supplies and shit it could have fell into. Who knows?
Which if you don't, I got one at Gritomatic for like $9 because when I first got into sharpening, I'd look at my edges. I don't anymore because I realized I suck. But I learned something from Jason Brown. When he sends knives out, he always keeps a perfectly fresh knife and he looks at the pivot. And he says you can look at your pivot and you can tell if the knife's been taken apart one time or 5 times because each time it wears just a little bit. He says that's why it's so important to change your bits. My only point about that is if I was going to be using a different bit for a knife that I wasn't sure of, I take my jeweler's loop and I can look real closely at this and see that it's a hexagonal or octagonal as opposed to being a star. So you can definitely tell the difference, even though they'll both run off the same stuff.
5-door. I'm loving this knife.
I saw you unbox that. Which pattern did you get again? It's one of my favorite.
What?
Which pattern did you get again?
I think he calls it atomic or flag.
It
looks like yours. Yeah, it's the same thing.
You got the Shockwave Atomic.
Shockwave.
Atomic finish. That's the kind of working finish.
Oh, okay.
And the Shockwave is this particular pattern.
It's a great knife. I talked to Dave. I've talked to Doug. I've talked to someone else. Like,
I thought it was
made a small one. He's made this one. If he makes a bigger one, that would be it.
Yeah, it looked a little on the smaller side.
Yeah, and this is the 3.5 inch. I've never handled the smaller one. I just know that's probably too small. And then I got my Bigfoot knife in. And it's number 69.
I didn't know they numbered them.
I think just the Bigfoot ones.
Oh, how about that?
But look how much smaller it is than the Hinder 3.5.
Yeah, is that the
That's the Hinder. If you look at the blade, they're about the same, but look at the handle.
Yeah, Hinder's got that, big crazy handle and that big floppy tab that likes to poke you.
Easy. I'm gonna stand up for Brent.
I've only played with a few hinders, and it's just not my jam.
And in defense of that, I played with the hinder. I think I've told everybody the story ad nauseum, but I played with the hinder for about.
I'd like to try the one without the fucking flipper tab.
I had one. It was nice.
I saw a blacked out with a worn cliff blade, no flippy tab, and that I was like, that's a perfect fucking looking hinder to me. But
I just got an Eclipse, and it's my second one. I had one for like a minute and traded it to a buddy. And then I bought one on his drop when I was on vacation, and I might send it to Dave to get a finger choil put in it.
yeah, I think I mean a lot of people are like, oh, you're gonna screw the reset. I think people would still fucking want it if it was modded good, and you
Yeah.
wanted to fucking trade it or fucking sell it or whatever. I don't think you're gonna have problems with that shit.
And if I'm gonna mod and I mean, most likely I'll keep it. And then if someone
Right.
wants it,
So I'm
I
thinking.
like it. I like that. I like that choil so I can choke up and.
Yeah, back in the day, I was like, oh, you need to make sure you need to have so your hand doesn't slide forward if you're using it for certain things. But I realize that that's not necessary.
Can you notice anything different on this SNG?
What's that one?
It is look at the pivot.
It just looks like black G10 with a regular like T8 or something in it.
See the pivots, and then no lock bar disc. This is old. This is a Gen 3. Before they put the hinder disc in. And
have you seen anything cool in the last few days that's kind of under what you're looking for, but something that might be different for me? What are the different? The one I've got is you say it, call it a bayonet, a dagger grind.
Dagger grind. Yeah, they have a dagger grind. Their grinds they do now are basically it's dagger, and then they do a 3/4 grind, which I don't think I have one down here.
I'm slowly going back through comments. So Lord Needham, you can find luckily Spyderco screws everywhere, and there's probably someone here in the comments that might have one depending upon what you need.
What's Needham looking for? Because I've got to find somebody.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a body screw, pivot. I don't know what it is, but someone probably has some extras.
Yeah. And what's he looking for? Someone mentioned something the other day. Someone was looking for parts, and I'll have to go back in the comment and look. It was in the Strider group.
I'll show you where they are.
And there's is it Knife Makers something? Is there is that a website or?
Yep, knifemakers.com.
Knifemakers.com, and you can go buy hardware and stuff there. Anything you want, I guess. So if you lose something.
Most of the stuff, some of it's U.S., but most of it's China. Pivot. Spyderco.
You see that comment I highlighted from Kyle? Oh, fucking shit. That's good.
Kyle, you brought it up. Now it's going to, not like right here for $25. You can get a full PM2 set with pivot, everything.
I bought that Pacific and Sun stuff off. Is that on Etsy?
Yeah, I bought one of their clips, and someone told me it wasn't American, but when I bought it, it said it was.
Yeah, I bought a hardware set for a PM2 a couple years ago.
I bought the clip because Lynch Northwest was fucking out of stock when I needed a clip for this guy, and I'm pretty sure it said that it was American made. And I just dropped the knife, and now when I go to find it, it doesn't say that. So I'm thinking maybe they got in trouble. I don't know if they are or are not anymore. But someone
I don't think I have the card anymore. I thought it said USA or whatever. Or who knows?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it said it too when I bought it and on their listing.
A cheese head pivot screw. Why would you want that? So you could fix it in the field?
What's that? I missed it.
This cheese head pivot screw.
I don't see where anything says cheese head on it. I see a
Oh,
pivot.
you mean just a flathead? Like that? Are you talking about that Mannix 2 picture you got up there?
For some reason, it didn't open it up. I'm sorry.
Just looks
Damn
like
it.
a screwdriver, like a flathead
Oh,
screwdriver.
I see all the way off to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
thought
see that flathead.
Make it. Oh, yeah. It's a little. It says cheesehead, but it's this
There we
little
go.
thing here.
He needs a body screw on a native 5. I don't think the blade steel matters. They're probably all the same.
Let's do this. Let's see what we're sharing. Let me stop sharing and share again. So, here.
I truly dislike the stock or the stock Spyderco clip.
They've got some at
I
Lynch.
don't mind it on the 2. Is it the
Two.
2? On this guy, I don't like it, but on the bigger one, it doesn't bother me as much.
Did you say Mannix 2 pivot?
I forget what the fuck the numbers, PM2 and 3 or some shit. Yeah, the 2 is the bigger one, the 3 is the smaller one.
Yeah.
I don't mind it on the 2, but on the 3, I do mind it. Because it goes down way too far. And this just like fits my hand better.
Where it
like,
goes
the way it
like
falls.
it's like the whole scale is all up.
Yeah, it kind of falls right there on my finger. So for me personally, it works all right.
I bought the Lynch clip for this, but I don't mind the pocket clip so far, so I haven't even opened it.
Oh, let me see. Oh, I was trying to hide. I forgot John Vaughn was. Is that what knife is that?
That's the PM, which is the name is like so long. What is it? The PM Mac 2 3.5? Like, what the hell?
It's the Mac 2 3.5 the size.
Yeah. Dude, so that knife I ordered back in October for my birthday was supposed to be here today. And of course we had a blizzard, so I got no mail today.
It wasn't supposed we got a little bit of snow last night, but it dropped down to like 19 degrees and the feel of 6 degrees outside.
It
was chilly.
We're gonna dip into like the negative teens, negative 20.
No, thank you.
My truck's not gonna start. My wife was like, we got to get out today. And I went out this morning, like, so the kids didn't have school. And
yeah, it's
late watching TV, and she gets me up. She's like, our neighbor's stuck. Go help him. Get the snowblower. Go help him. I'm like, ugh. And it is, I get out there and it is the wind, it's blowing 40 miles an hour. All my warm weather clothes are in my job trailer, which aren't here. So I'm out there in just like sweatpants and just nothing. And I get halfway there and he comes walking back. I'm like, I got my snowblower. He's like, oh, I just called a tow truck. It's way too deep up there. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's
All right, we got some comments. We are up to 81 comments, guys. I'm going to share the screen. I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to give you a few more minutes. Is it still pinned up there, Pocket Metal? Are you looking at the regular?
The YouTube pop-up chat, there is a pinned comment. Let me try to click on it.
All right, it should take you to Brain Farted again.
Yep, it is. It's there. And it shows the sticker that I made for Stevie with his penis on Sasquatch.
Awesome.
Is Steve Clear in here tonight? I got this in then too. Oh, everybody says how good this is.
Dude.
It is really good.
Is yours Magna Cut or Crewwear?
LMAX.
LMAX.
Mine was from the Black Friday drop he did.
I just, I'm sure it's an amazing, it just looks so fucking plain.
I know. And I kind of like it because then I can not worry about if I'm going to scratch it up. It can just be a user.
Right.
But I know people don't like him because he speaks his mind. And,
are you trying to tell me that I would probably not like this guy if I heard him talk?
No, I don't. I just think he rubbed some people the wrong way. He had a beef with.
Was it the dude who does the reblades?
Yeah. He had a beef.
Was it a heat treat thing? Was it another heat treat issue?
No, I don't know what that issue. It was something with lockup or something. And this knife I've only had it a week, but
I gotta say, I really like. It's the same thing I have with the people that do the blade steel shit and the fucking, all this. if you're only going from an example of one, it's not fucking scientific, and you don't need to make a big fuss
My
out of
thing
it.
on that, back when he got into all that beef with Hinderer, that was a highly modded knife. It had been
Yeah, that's what I
reground.
said too. Sounds fucking ridiculous.
And that's my thing. Like a lot of people, and that's what's cool about the knife community. Some guys geek out about sharpening. Some guys geek out about edge retention. I like it
Yeah.
because I like knives. And then I've got a bunch of knives that they cut cardboard and tape. But then I've got some knives that I take to work and abuse. And man, I don't really care about steel. I've used CPM 154. I've used 3V. I've used Magna Cut. I've used S45. And like I keep saying, like Magna Cut's not my favorite because I've used it and I can't really see the advantage over S45 on the job site where it's cutting through all sorts of shit all day long. And I don't see the hype in it, but that's just me.
Yeah, I haven't honestly fucked with it, so I
And,
don't really know.
and heat treat, I couldn't tell you. And I like my EDC knives, they cut tape, they cut cardboard, they cut open Amazon packages, and even at work, the stuff that's getting pried with, coming in contact with metal and doing all sorts of dumb stuff, I still can't tell. I couldn't tell you if the heat treat was 60 or 64. I couldn't, I just use it until it needs sharpening and then that's it.
All right, guys.
I don't get why they give these companies such so much grief about it.
Yeah, when it's something that's been heavily modified, especially like reground shit, it's questionable as fuck.
So get over there real quickly. Throw your comment in there with Javon. I'm going to add an Olight UV light to it. Really cool. And so that's a knife, a light, and a Hank. We're going to bring our friends back up, finish their conversation. Go ahead, guys.
So for the people that like to always think that all I have is fucking GECs, and I know it's a joke, whatever. Let's see, we got with a Vanitas shit, fucking LMAX, fucking 20 CV, fucking M4, fucking Rex 45, M390s in the bag somewhere.
Like I don't know what like I said, I've been out. Like I didn't watch much YouTube when we were on vacation. But now I'm not going to say who it is, but there's a channel like that's kind of like drama too, and always acts like they're looking out for everybody's interests and price policing and what steals for fixed blades. And I don't know shit about fixed blades. I keep buying them and I never use them.
I guess it depends upon what the fuck you're using it for, right? Yeah. This is the thing that I like chop through logs, and it's fucking 1095, just like my Becker BK2 or my SE5 or SE6, I guess, right? So those things are hard use. Like I used my BK2 to fucking pry apart my fucking stairs outside when Chamiette dropped her phone through our fucking porch. It was like fucking late at night. Didn't want to fucking try to find a crowbar in the garage. I fucking hammered a fucking Becker BK2 through the stairs and fucking pried that shit. Does what it's supposed to do, right? But I guess it depends upon what you're wanting out of your fixed blades. But most of mine are for beating shit.
Wait, did Kyle just say that? I missed up. I think I can zoom out. Yeah, Kyle. Hold on, Kyle Scotch. Another time about it. Yeah, Kyle's a sharpening guru, so he would know. I don't know because I don't. But I know, like, I'm kind of fascinated by. I want, and I don't know why, because I would probably never carry it and never use it. But I saw one and got to hold one last year.
Hey, Doom, run up to the thing that's pinned. That's our just general giveaway. We're giving away a Hank, we're giving away a light, and we're giving away a little chipmunk knife from Vosteed. So jump up there and leave a comment with Javon in it, and we'll be good to go. Let me bring these guys up to finish their conversation. Go ahead, guys.
Oh, no. It just seems like we're all here. We all enjoy knives. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't know why there's always got to be someone starting some kind of drama or shit.
I don't know. People like to fucking smack, trash talk other people for what they use or tell them it's like so fucking stupid. If it does what you want and you like it, that's all that fucking matters.
Yeah.
That's why instead of doing reviews, I show off knives. I think there are a lot of people, and that clicks sell, guys. If you've got a title that is scandalous or makes you think somebody's wrong somebody else, it's going to get the clicks. And there are people that structure their stuff around that. I'm drawing, guys. Can everybody see it?
I purposely no longer click on anything that seems like it's trying to be fucking clickbaity stuff like that. It's so stupid and annoying.
Louis,
Congratulations, Chris.
Like I noticed it with Chris Reeve. I had to hold on. Someone's knocking.
Chris, I'm going to drop an email in here. I want you to email me just your address. If anybody reaches out to you, ignore them. .com. If you will shoot me your congratulations, brother. Just shoot me an email. If you get it to me tonight, I'll try to get it out to you tomorrow. I can't promise, but it'll go out no later than Monday. I'm going to write you here in my little book. And I don't know if you were awake, but I did add the Olight what's it called? UV light. So that is Chris. Just tell me your username when you email me, buddy. And then I will, when I do the label, it'll send you a tracking number too. So that's the Vosti Chipmunk. I've got the original packaging for it. It's only been used for a review. And that was sent to me by Vosti. And then we got the Satan Hank. And if you don't like the creepy Hank, say, find me a nicer Hank, and I'll do that as well. And then the Olight. And guys, we still got the members giveaway. I'm going to pin that back up there for the somebody say Jeffrey Dawson. Did I see that? I'm going nuts.
I did not see that. Oh, and hey, just because I forgot, Crewware.
That was my wife. Hey, the plow just went by.
Nice. You may be able to have the driveway.
It's in front of our driveway now. Should you go out now? And I'm like, it is minus 25 wind chill out right now. I don't have the proper clothes for that right now. And no, I'll deal with it in the morning.
Yeah, fuck that.
It's better to dig it out now than put it off for tomorrow.
She goes, what if it gets real hard? I said, I will just drive my truck over it and we'll just have a speed bump at the end of our driveway.
Whenever we have inclement weather, we just go, like we went to the grocery store Thursday and did all of our, so we have enough food and shit. So if we lose power or, can't get out of the driveway, which it doesn't look like it's going to be snowing that much anyways, you're good for until it fucking goes away. You just got to have a little bit of, foresight with that kind of shit, like your foreskin.
I lost power today for about an hour and a half. I went back to bed, and I figured if it came on by tonight, good. If not, I'd have to put some sad community post. All right, let me copy this. There. I'm putting a new link, the link that was up in the pin in the comments now for any member who hadn't left a comment. And members, you do not have to be here to win the giveaway. All you have to do is leave the comment so that it's in there. I won't redraw for that. And then maybe we'll find something to give away in the meantime while we sit here and shoot the shit. I've got to go see that. So y'all going to have to talk about something while I go TT.
Oh, I was just going to say, on this night, I don't really get overly geeked up about D10s. Some are better than others, but this is probably one of the most dialed knives I have.
The Lamia?
Yeah, in terms of D10 and stuff. So
it's nice when it works properly.
U.S. knife, and I'm going to be trying out a Rosie pretty soon.
Sorry, Louis. I bolted in the middle of that. Yeah, I've used Sebenza one with Magna Cut, one with S45VN, and I honestly,
I gotta replace the pin.
I think the S45 honestly lasts longer, an Edge lasts longer. So that's just my non-scientific opinion. But like I said, I don't really I don't care. I just know that like I've gotten into I want to carry a nice knife at work, and whatever steel it has, I don't really care. So like I said, it all cuts.
Yeah, I always, have multiple knives on me, modern as well as traditional. When we go anywhere, I bring a bag full of knives with me. I'm not going to have an unsharp knife situation.
That's the thing. I usually carry, like at work, I'll carry at least two. One I know I can pry with, and one I know will cut really well. And all the time around, like when I'm not at work, I usually have like maybe two, maybe three knives, just because it's fun.
Yeah.
Well,
so that's what I've said before. Like I'm not one of those people that does, testing of knives.
I didn't spend money on knives because I can't sharpen for shit. So I didn't spend money to go sit in my garage and cut cardboard to see how many strips of cardboard I can cut, so I can send it to Kyle and pay him to sharpen them for me.
Man, I'm not like when I say I have a bag of knives. So I bought a tactical fanny pack that's supposed to be used for holding pew pews, but if you know me or have heard me speak, I don't do pew pews. But so it's a bag, it's got flashlights and shit. But when you undo the pockets for like where you're supposed to hold mags and shit, it's just full of knives.
You can put a granola bar in there, put some snacks in there.
Yeah, right. There's definitely enough pockets for it. And then I got like a little like set of shit with some fucking, there's usually a little pry bar. And that someone was talking about pry bars before. I have them and have tried them a few times, but even like what I don't understand is like what the fuck is that company, like the Lynch Northwest pry bar? Yeah. That thing does not look like it would work good. It looks very thick.
My buddy bought me a pry bar because he thought I could use it at work, and it's honestly, I don't like a ton of shit in my pockets, and I'm already carrying a ton of shit in my pockets. And it's just easier sometimes to stick a knife out. If it's thick enough blade stock, I know I'm going to be able to pry with it. So it's just, why not?
I don't know it. I have done that on here just because I thought it was funny.
Kyle, that's true. That I still miss that stupid that SMF. Oh God.
You get that.
But hey, listen, man, I'm not gonna lie. Like when it's this time of year, when we're going out fucking driving, and you might encounter fucking snow or something, especially if we're going anywhere where it's like going through mountain passes or some shit where it's known. You better bring. We leave like big jackets in our car, a blanket, fucking fire starting shit, and yes, we bring some snacks because people get snowed the fuck in.
I don't know what like. I'm trying to get that through my teenage daughter's heads. Like, hey, it's freaking. You might get into the car in the garage and it's warm. Wear a coat. Take a coat with you.
I was wondering the same thing.
It's not the cool thing to like take coats to school anymore. I'm like, they whatever. So
fuck that.
Up the road, you're gonna freeze to death.
I mean, that is like another thing. Like we laugh about like. You go outside right now, it's 19 degrees or, whatever. But then you get in your car with the heat, you drive to the store, and they start using the heat on like full blast in September. So as soon as you get in the store, you start fucking sweating if you're wearing any kind of winter clothing. But, you just don't want to. So we keep big jackets in the car, and usually I'm just wearing a hoodie like you are right now for the most part.
This is what I live in all year round, like in the wintertime, like
Yeah.
wanted to test knives and how's the pocket. Like, dude, I'm in like athletic pants right now. That's what unless I have to go out in public to where my wife doesn't
Yeah,
want to be embarrassed what I'm wearing.
I very rarely wear anything besides jeans. I don't know why. I'm just crazy like that. And I fucking, when I see people in sweatpants out in public, it just.
I will say I bagged on this with my kids before because I sound like my parents now when I wanted like Nikes back in the day. They got me a pair of Lululemon pants for Christmas.
Their shit's comfy, right?
They're comfy, but I can carry 5 knives in these pants. I should do a pants. I mean, they've got 4 pockets, so there's your 2 front pockets, and then there's 2 hidden pockets, and then I've got a back pocket. So I'm rolling around with 5 knives and a pair of like athletic pants.
Yeah, I just
and I'm cool with my kids.
the funny thing is, Kyle, is you would think that I'm super hairy, but below the beard, I look like a preteen. Nothing.
You got to be careful. You get old, like all of a sudden, like I'll be shaving in the mirror. It's like, whoa, where did that hair come from off my ear? That's like that long all of a sudden.
There's a gum for $2.35.
Yeah, I've tried a couple different pry bars.
Thank you. They do. I don't want to brag, but I've been working out.
He's been doing them squats.
Steve, what did I? God damn! I asked if you were here earlier, and I don't know why. Oh, Steve, because you and I were talking. I got my Lamia in, and actually, it sat on the front porch for 2 weeks, and I was praying it didn't get stolen, and it's pretty awesome.
It's a great knife. I got to experience S-Towers are in stock at River's Edge. They're supposed to be getting some DLC Padres, and they haven't hit yet.
And also, Steve, my Rogovitz that I got for my birthday was supposed to be here today, but we had a blizzard, and I guess the post office doesn't go by their old motto anymore. What was it? Snow, sleet, rain, sunshine, whatever.
I live
slackers.
Where you cannot block my mailbox. They've gotten slack. I've had stuff out for delivery, and I'll get a thing in my mailbox saying, or on my door, we were unable to get to your mailbox. It was obstructed. And I'm looking out at my yard, and it's like a football field. I'm like, you motherfuckers. There's a cemetery across the street.
So we moved, and our old house, it was clockwork. The mail guy was there, and we had the mailbox in front of our house. And clockwork, 9 o'clock. The mail was in my box 9 o'clock every morning. And now we've got these stupid community boxes, and they're like 2 blocks away. And the mail doesn't come sometimes until like 5:30, 6 o'clock at night. So when you're like waiting for that package, and I used to get it like first thing in the morning, and now it's like, oh, geez, I might as well just wait till tomorrow and get it. Yeah.
Secondary color on
there. Do you have a gated community?
No.
Those gated, like, I don't know how they're set up, but like when the apartment we lived in a few years back, they had those community things, and it was set up to where the mailman could like drop them all down at once. And during the holidays, some criminal aspects realized you could just go in there and pop that shit with the crowbar. And so they would steal people's fucking shit from them. They would pop those, like, not cool. So that's the only downside to that kind of shit is it's an easy hit for those kind of peoples.
Doom, I got the FMJ, which is supposed to be his take on I'm a huge Strider fan, and it's his take on a Strider. And I've got a Rhino. I've got a Rhino that was Steve's and then Dave's and now mine. I love that. And then I've got
What's the other side of that look like? Does it match on both sides?
Yeah.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah. Dude, this is such a fun knife, man. It's like, I would have never been like a cleaver guy. I thought this isn't it, just like anything, it cuts. I've got another stupid one around here.
The thing is like Cleaver, Warncliffe, Sheep's Foot, it's all kind of the same.
Yeah.
Depending upon like if you want something to have a really pointy tip or not, but
And then I got this Kentucky Special, which is fun. It's a great knife. In S45, I've used it at work, and it's still sharp as crap. I really like S4. Like, I'm not a super like. I like 3V because it's tough. I've learned to really like S45 just because it holds up on the job site. A lot of people bag on like RWL 34 or CPM 154. It's a great steel, I think, for what I do, cutting through all sorts of dumb stuff. So, like I said, I don't think it really matters. S35, S30, whatever, as long as it's sharp.
What like if you were going to spend, what is the entry level to get an aluminum handled SNG?
Brand new, they're $550. What you paid for yours?
And then your you like if you go tire, they like 8.
Oh, I haven't. That would be the performance. They're around I think they're around the $680, $700 mark.
So they're like a Demco kind of.
Yeah. And then, yeah.
real quick. So I know there are a few people in the chat that are in the Pacific Northwest area. Me and D2 are going to be setting up a knife meetup here soon within the next couple months. Find me on the Instagram. And no, that's actually the thing on the oven because dinner is done and I'm getting ready to skedaddle and go fucking eat. So, yeah. And there's another one. Zach Stuff was telling me that there is maybe possibly something coming up in the works within the next couple months that's going to be in the Oregon area, but we're up here in the Olympia area. So yeah, and I'll be adding some more shit to the Be Up store here soon. And like I said, when I get the Instagram shit set up, I will, just be sending out follows and shit to everyone I can find.
I think this is the one.
Doom, I just saw. Did he just post it? Dude, Sergey's an awesome guy. It's really cool when you can like communicate with a maker one-on-one. Like he emails you right back, and dude, his canes are badass looking.
Would you get the black and white one for doing knife reviews on? Does that make the most sense?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. Like if you were gonna use it as your backdrop,
it will probably pop less than the bright pink all over one that you grabbed for sure. But I can also, like I said, I'll be messing with some stuff and maybe make something that's a little bit less like with smaller Be Up pattern on it. So A, you can actually see it on there, and then B, it'll be a little bit less of that. I might do a camo one. Jason was into camo, so I might do like an old school green colored camo version at some point. So there's that.
All over this hat.
But yeah, so there'll be more stuff being added to that and whatnot.
Dude, I appreciate you putting so much time into it. And tell and the
I feel that Marisol, he's full in, man. He's in the Strider group posting stuff and buying knives.
See, I'm scared to go in there, but I'm looking for you to find me the shit. Dude, I need to get.
Hey, I sent you a Facebook a friend request. I've been sending you a couple links.
I know. See, I try to never go into Facebook just because I've got a couple of stalkers in there. And I try to keep a low profile. Plus, if I get in those groups, I'll go really, really hard because I know I have no self-control. Whoops. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna save this because I'm ordering a hat, but that's rude. Beard of Doom member for 10 months. Thank you, buddy. I support you all the time. I wish I could get up earlier in the morning. Now that I'm not working, I stay up and record my videos from like 2 to 4:30. 5 sometimes is when I go to bed. And Tippy and I crash till about 11. And you're usually still on, but I'm still kind of grogging out. What days are y'all's Coffee with Dooms? Do you do it 3 days a week or every day? Stephen Clare, follow him on Instagram, and he's going to start posting because it sounds like there's two. There's one that Zach's working on, and then there's one that he and D2 are working on. So just follow him on DM him, and he'll keep you in the loop. Or Shiz. But no, dude, I
There's a
really.
ton of knife guys in the Pacific Northwest.
Where's Strider out of?
The San Diego area.
Tuesday, Thursday, 9 to noon Eastern. Cool, dude.
I was in USA Made Blades live chat last night, and just happened there was a, I don't know what the hell they were talking about storms, and some other guy was like, "Oh, I'm in Nebraska." I'm like, "Oh, I'm in Nebraska. Where you at?" And he's like, "So and so." I'm like, "Oh man, you're like an hour from me." And then he just he just ghosted me. I was just like, "I just looking for a knife friend."
Have you seen Doom's knife?
Which one? He's got a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah, hold on. The one he's having made by, is it Cavisco? Cavisto? Check this out, dude. Let me share it.
Where did Pocket Metal go?
He had to go eat.
Oh, okay.
He checks out a little early. Have you ever seen anything that looks like that?
Is Sharif in here? Nope. Looks like a
check this
spaceship.
out. Well, that's Doom's gig. He likes futuristic stuff.
Dude, look, I mean, look, I like some crazy shit too.
I love it, dude. I think it's just so unique.
What's up, Sharif?
Sharif! But yeah, that is the K2 Soulstone. And I don't know if I'm pronounced that right. Q2 or Kyoto or Q2? The Soulstone. And I just think it's freaking awesome. Yeah, if you look at Doom's knives, he's definitely likes the cool shit. But he's been working on that guy for a while. That's a great knife. I don't have mine out here tonight. It was in my hollow grind video. Guys, I'm having to struggle for video ideas where I've got to start buying a lot more knives, and there's nothing I really want right now.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't chase it. You can do all sorts of shit. You mod stuff. You take stuff apart. Hell,
Yeah,
just
I've got to do
news.
looking back out my TS Prof, and I've been putting.
You're in all the live streams. Just do updates and knife news, so those of us that can't get to all of them can just watch that.
Well, I try to have at least a video a day, but I put a 70-degree edge on this guy. And I think I'm going to do TS Prof sharpening video.
Sharif, are you into cars too?
Oh, yeah. I'll answer for him.
I thought so. I saw some Subaru crap on his.
What do they call that? Motocross or rotocross or?
That's motorcycles.
Yeah, but there's something. What do they call? Not CrossFit. That's shaking ropes and shit. Sharif, what do they call it? Rally cars.
I was a Nissan guy.
Will, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not looking for that as much because I hate to hold people's knives out.
Sharif, I love F1.
One of the things about my channel is I always want to review stuff that I bought. you know, so I've kind of taken a chance on it, and then I can talk about if I think it was good or bad. And usually, because out of all fairness, I'm influenced to buy stuff from reviews, so I'm not buying many things cold. I do have a cold knife coming in that I ordered. Let me show y'all what it was, because I'd never seen it. It showed up on GP Knives, or no, what did it show up on? New items. It is a CJRB, and it was at DLT, I think. DLT, CJRB. Let me show y'all what I've got coming in to review, because it looks really cool. Kinda. It's an axis lock, so it's
It's an
everything.
F1 channel.
Huh?
Oh, someone just El Cap just said that Sharif has an F1 channel. I don't know, man. I watched some of them and I haven't seen his yet. Get my F1 news. Gunther.
You know what else is in stock is the Biblio X, the big Biblio. So this guy right here I've got coming in. I'm going to share it. Have y'all seen this knife before? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it be reviewed. The Hector.
Mm-mm.
It's a CJRB, $50 knife, crossbar lock, deployment hole. Looks like a bug out size, maybe. We'll see what it's like, and it'll make a good giveaway knife.
What do you think, Sharif? Gunther takes off a year and then comes back?
What are y'all talking about? Which one?
Formula One.
Did he get hurt, or is he getting scrutinized for something?
Who?
Gunther.
Gunther. He got fired.
Was he a driver or a?
He was they call him the team principal. He was like the boss. I think Haas sells out to Andretti, and maybe Gunther will go lead the new Audi team.
Y'all don't hear that, do you? That cheering? You didn't just hear clapping, did you? Or you don't hear music when I do this, do you?
Nope.
I've got to figure that out. I'm gonna have to reach out to tech support, because I've watched enough YouTube videos to just wear me the fuck out.
Dude, I was going to go to the Vegas Grand Prix. Holy shit. Those tickets were fucking stupid priced. And then they even discounted them because no one was buying them.
Have y'all ever heard of the Barber Motorsports in Birmingham, Alabama, or right outside?
Skip Barber.
Yep. If y'all ever get a chance to come this way, I would love to meet y'all down there. They have races, all kinds of races, and you can stand on the track, and there's glass or plexiglass where the cars go under you. But the museum itself, you can spend 8 hours in there. Like when you get in this one room and you look up to these 30-foot ceilings, and there are probably 400 outboard boat motors up there, just from like the beginning of time all the way around. And I mean, they're some of the coolest shit. And then when we were there, they were doing a drive-in school. It wasn't a race, but I hear they have motorcycle races out there. And you can there's not a bad spot to watch it from anywhere in there. Let me see how many people are getting into our giveaway here.
Sharif, I know you're a Subi guy, but I used to be a Z guy. I've had 3 of them. 3.
54 comments, guys. Your odds are looking good, because I'm going to make it private 15 minutes. But the link is up at the top for any of y'all to go drop a comment in there. Jeffrey Dawson, lately,
I know there's some guys. Do you guys live up by? Are there any like Tennessee guys here?
I'm in Alabama, which is real close.
Have you heard of the Tail of the Dragon?
No, I don't think so.
In the Smoky Mountains. Oh, Dude, it was a fully built Z. My third one was supercharged. I mean, everything.
Was it a place you could go ride and
Yeah, it
drive?
was. There was a Z like they do all sorts of Tail of the Dragons, Sharif. All sorts of car groups go up there, but it's public roads. But there was a big Z convention every May, and I've been twice, and just drink all night long, and then just drive the Dragon all day long. So
I used to love the days when I was a drinker. I'll just go ahead and tell you, sobriety is overrated.
dude, I'm torn. Like, so I sold my Z. God, my kids was it when my first daughter was diagnosed? Maybe because I had the last year I had it, I'd put like 150 miles on it, and then I'm like, oh, we're gonna and even my wife's like, we'll get a sports car again someday because she like just going for rides. But there's so many good cars out now. It's like new Z. I really want a GTR, or the new Corvettes are very impressive. So I don't know.
They are very, very impressive. They're
Yeah.
mid, right? Or are they some? What's the deal with those? My ex-wife works at a Corvette dealership.
For what was it? What'd you say?
The new Corvettes,
Yeah,
aren't they? Mid-engine?
they're mid. They're mid engine, and
Yeah.
even the older, like my father-in-law had a C7 Z06. God damn, that thing was a rocket ship too.
Let's see here. All right, are you guys? What's Nichols do? Do y'all know about him?
Yeah, he's big with USA Made Blade. He makes the Guppy and now the new Warnot.
Yeah, this weird dreadnought flipper looks like a Civivi backlash. Not or not a
So
backlash, one of those.
custom US maker. One, I think he does kitchen knives too. Um, seems like a nice guy. I haven't
We're
like
still
all
at
his.
comments, guys. I'm going to run the giveaway in just a few minutes. I'm going to give it a second because what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to check the tube and see if Maddie and Stevie are doing their deal tonight. Let's see. Coolest giveaways is going on right now. If y'all want to get in on that.
Neil
then
McKenzie. I had an '85 IROC Camaro.
So they're coming up at 23:10. See, I can never do military time.
See,
I
Claire,
send
I don't keep it. The problem, I'm not an alcoholic, but I don't keep it around long enough to like review. Like, man, my go-to Scotch. I'm in a small town. I've got two places to buy Scotch from. Right, if I'm buying in town, Walmart, and then a super overpriced liquor store. But my go-to, if I had to pick, would be anything. I'm a big fan of Balvenie, Macallan. I like Glenfiddich over Glenlivet.
I used to love Glenfiddich.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm just like if it's Scotch, I'm a lover of stuff, pews, cars, knives, and booze. Sharif, man, same. You've seen my Instagram. I love booze, Scotch, cars, everything. I think we might be brothers.
The thing is, I would drink to the point, and it was over a long period of time, to where I would get kind of like an asshole, but that was kind of normal because I was a funny asshole. Then I got to be more of a spiteful asshole. Then it always triggered my cocaine buying bug, and then it was time to quit.
Does it bother you? Like does it bother you people drinking around you now?
At all. I go to bars for business. I've had to open tabs for people. I am not that guy. I never tell people that you drink too much, whether you do or don't. That's all up between you and how you manage your life. It's not my place to say it. The only thing I offer is if somebody ever comes to me and says, "Hey man, I think I might have a problem," I'll say, "You want to go check out a meeting?" That's it. It's simple shit. I don't ever judge. I
Yeah.
don't get alcohol. I blame me. the way I would be affected by it. A lot of people can drink and have a great time, and I wish I was one of those people. I just got to the point to where I had one speed. I always had one speed. I just used to be
That's
invincible.
like I can chug beer and like I'm doing now, but like scotch, I can just it's kind of nice. It's just one of those things I can just sit back and I can drink it fast too. Twang, yeah, I've got a bottle of Glenmoe out there right now. Funny thing is, I did back a couple years ago a scotch tasting through Glenmorangie. Uh, they have a contract with Jack Daniels, and they get all of Jack Daniels barrels after Jack Daniels have used them. They get shipped over, and Glenmoe uses Jack Daniel barrels to age their whiskey and their scotch in.
Yeah, I used to just get kind of nutty.
I try and be more responsible now. You know, I'm a kids, and yeah, when I was younger, things can get nutty.
Thing for me too, and my daughter was born, but I really seemed to ramp up a lot of my secret shit. So yeah, it's kind of been a struggle. It is all good. I was gonna pull something up and I can't remember what it was. All right, I'm gonna go back and check how many comments we got. Now I've got to finish buying that hat. So let's go over here to new tab and go to YouTube. So my sound is okay, guys.
And Steve, I don't know if I could do like. Have you watched the Scotch channels out there? I drink like I prefer Scotch over bourbon, and I know that much from drinking it, but I don't know if I can give like a decent reviewer to talk about it where it would do anybody any good. Like I know from different what I like from like I like Macallan because it's just nice and smooth, and so I don't know if I could really.
All right, we got 56 comments. I'm getting ready to make it private, kids. I got to get behind the scenes. Keep talking, keep going, keep rolling.
And I used to really be into like the peaty stuff, and I mean I was really liked it, and my tastes have kind of changed over the years. 50-year-old bottle. What did that set you back? My brother has the Macallan Oakley edition. So I think it was like a couple grand for just that set.
But they'll last you. I mean, well, we used to. Our whole thing was we'd get a bottle of scotch and an 8-ball, and it would all be over by the next morning.
And you know what? Like people talk about, I think because maybe Johnny Walker is such a recognizable scotch, and and like Johnny Walker Blue is what 200 some dollars. You know, honestly, I like Johnny Black. I would drink Johnny Black over Johnny Blue if
I
it
like
were me. Or the double black. I really like Johnny Green, which
I'm going to do some reviews this week, and next week's will be cooler. But this is a very cool Finch, the Devil's Finger, 154 cm, micarta, spear point blade, super well done knife. You do not have to be here to win, but I'm getting ready to draw for it. Good luck, everybody.
exactly $200 some for a blended scotch.
A brother who is a knife guy.
Pretty fly. Congrats. I just didn't think Johnny Blue was worth the money. If you're going to spend that much money, I'd much rather spend it on like Macallan Rare Cask is really good.
Exactly, Sharif. Give me 2 seconds. So pretty fly for a knife guy on the Finch. All right, let me get my calipers. In the pocket today, and I can tell you it's a great knife.
Steve, I've wanted to try it, and I just haven't yet. Some good Japanese stuff. I've heard it's exceptional.
So one thing, I'll make myself big for just a sec.
Highland Park is excellent too. Ardbeg. I mean, there's so many. Oban. I mean,
I was concerned that the studs were going to be a pain in the ass. I'm not a thumb flicker, but you can thumb flick it. I can reverse flick it like nobody's business. It is a slicey beast.
I will be right back.
All right, buddy. It's like TRM slicey. And then the thickness right at the studs is 0.1355. So is that 13 thousandths? If it's, let me go behind the studs. 0.1350. What does that translate to? Is that 13 thousandths? 1380. And then if I go behind the edge, which I'm terrible at getting, 0.0170. So brother, Pretty Fly for a Knife Guy won the member giveaway, but we might have a random one here in a second. So did that help you out, Sharif? Did that give you the dimensions? So Scott, if it says in inches 0.1380, would you call that 13 thousandths?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, you don't know what that is? Okay.
I don't mess with shit like that.
Me neither. I always tell people I'm not. I just read it out like you said.
That's why I said that's what's great about the knife community. There's people can geek out over all these on skiffs and measuring the thickness of their blade. I don't care. Like if it cuts, it cuts. If I can pry with it, I'm happy. But then stuff like this for like EDC, like a lot of guys like I can't take that blade to work because I know I'll fuck it up. For how good of a knife this is,
to right here, and then I'll get
that.
you from here to right here. It was one, I like the look of it, and I've got an arc form slim foot that was one of my early knives.
See, yeah, Sharif's a designer. But as a user, I need work. I need something thick.
The titanium is to right here, it's 3.5. But if you go from the choil, this front choil, behind the plunge is 4. So from right here where the plunge is to right here, it's 4 inches, which is where I hold it. If you hold it back here, it's 3.25, did I say? And the height is at its thickest in the back, which is a good thing, is like 1.125 inches. And where it's narrow, where the lock bar access is, it's 3/4. And you've got excellent access to your lock bar. Very simple, well-built knife. I want to say it's 20 CV.
What knife is that?
This is the Arc Form M390 Theory, the Arc Form Theory. I got something in cool, and I can't remember what it was because I get too much cool shit. These magnets that Saigon Kick sent, he sent me these scales, and he sent me this pulsar to check out. I've got both of these knives, but I put these scales on this AD 20.5. Watch this. Listen to this again. It's got magnets in it.
Did you finally get them? Weren't you having problems getting them
I
to
was
stick?
having problems with the magnets that I was getting. So what he did, he's kind of the one that started all this. He sent me 2 sets of scales that already had these much better magnets, kind of what do you call it when you recess them? Kind of recessed in the scales. And then he puts, a cabinet bumper that you put on a cabinet front so it doesn't slam.
Mm-hmm.
Like a cabinet bumper to keep the blade from ever hitting the magnet. And he uses some really strong cement. And it's just, dude, night and day. The other thing he did that I learned from JB for EDC is I thought you wanted the magnets to pull towards each other. So once you get the magnets and they're sucking towards each other, you want to separate them, I thought. But you actually want them pushing against each other because it makes it suck the blade tighter because the blade's in between them. I didn't know that. So I had mine mounted backwards and using much, much lesser magnets. Saigon Kick is the man behind it, Brett. He's been nothing but helpful.
Oh, sorry. So I've been getting a lot of Instagram messages, and for some reason it just crashed. I don't know. I'll answer you guys when I'm off of here.
Are you trying to sell something or buy something?
No, I mean, some guys are hitting me up about, I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on with Instagram Watch.
I'm so bad at getting to my
I
Instagram
don't know
message.
what's going on. It just keeps crashing. Maybe, come on, you can do it.
Do a hard restart on your phone, maybe.
Probably. Fuck.
So what did everybody carry today? I carried, just for shits and giggles, my Strider SNG. I carried in my back pocket my little assets T. Denny Apprentice.
I like you like the SNG.
I love it, dude. I'm like I said, I'm ready for another one. And then in my left pocket, I carried the proto of this Devo nip slip that I'm getting ready to have to send back. I'm so gonna buy one of these. I bought 3 of the nips, and this is the slip joint version. QSP is gonna do it.
Oh, Sharif. I got the Bigfoot.
Stevie got the big foot too. I noticed.
Dude, I forgot how good of a knife this was. Like
It
how
is.
just it's beefy.
It is. I like my 3 1/4, but this big ass Magna Cut is just a beast. Yours is a 4-inch, right? Or 3 3/4?
4-inch.
Yeah, 4-inch. Yeah, I
Number
like it a lot.
69. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
what drew me.
forgot how good those knives were. And you know what? Like the first one I got was on trade, and it was the Babe edition, and it was really cool. But I thought, oh, it's a special edition. I don't want to mess it up too much. And I'm like, they probably do. I don't know another knife company um, that does better themed knives than
Yeah,
Spartan.
yeah. I
I
mean,
mean,
all of their themes are spot on. I mean, there's so
yeah.
many. This little 3 1/4 is snappy. I mean, this is the one that started it for me.
Oh yeah, that's good. Oh man, 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks, and I'm in Phoenix, getting out of this cold weather. Gonna see Dave.
I should have. My goal is to do about three more knives that I told him I'm in no rush to get back. The CJRB frac, Thomas. How do you like that? I was looking at that and almost grabbed one. Kyle Coonley, the only thing he carried today was guilt, the weight of the world, and his ego. Jim Miller carried his Hogue Deca, Rosecraft, a Coe River kayak, and a Bill Page custom fixie. I'm glad you're getting into fixies, Jim. Satisfaction carried his Phoenix all day, plus a pry bar. Maddie, I gifted out the Phoenix going to a special person that doesn't know yet. Salamando carried the ZT 0640, the bug out, in his launch one, all at different times. I usually carry 3 at a time. I carry my primary folder, a little fixed blade, and then I'll carry a slip joint. And then Pretty Fly, the winner of the member giveaway, carried the Spyderco Shaman, a great knife. Sharif carried his Harsey. Greg carried the Kaiser Veritas or Veritas. I've got one of the originals. I love the black. I'm waiting and I keep checking for the black DLC coated Padre. I think I'm going to get it and then try to sell my original Padre.
Yo, 5-door. I'm sorry, I'm just checking this. Where did you find that? I'll click on the links later. You found I didn't think, sorry, 5-door. I didn't think back in the day I liked the older style. I really like it, I think, more now.
Jim, I hope you like that knife, buddy. I'm glad you want it. It is a good one. I saw some pins by Daryl Ralph today. Fuchs Doodle carried the Civivi Vision FG and a Real Steel H6. One of the best knives. What I did for my FG, because I've got a Vision R2 and I love the side clip, but Civivi sells these black titanium, which was the color of my hardware, pocket clips for $12 on Amazon. It is awesome. Makes it much less hot. Crispy Critter had his mini Adamas. Chris says the Phoenix is his number one grail. Somebody's going to go through the roof. I'm telling you, dude, it went to a good cause. Hopefully y'all hear about it.
Sharif, they do a drop just about every Friday if you want to get one brand new.
Who's that?
Strider.
What, do they have a time that they do it on Friday?
They do it 12 o'clock Western, so it's like 2 o'clock Central. So are you Central or are you?
I'm Central.
Yeah, so it'd be 2 o'clock your time every Friday. I got lucky. I picked up a SNG today that I didn't need, and I got that special coin. And I'm not a coin guy, but like I said, just because it was from their back when they. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, you got time. There's so many of them out there. You'll find the right one. You just kind of see what you want. G10, aluminum, full tie, and then figure out what grind you want. Dagger, Tanto, 3/4 grind, or go custom.
Outdoor carried his Emerson TKF1 and his Rosecraft Barlow. Brother Twang Thang carried his Devo Stout. I'm trying out the V2 that's getting ready to be sent back too, which converted me. Jack Wolf Midnight Jack, but wait, there's more.
Just about, yeah, Salmondo, just about every Friday.
Awesome, Jim.
Yeah, it's crazy. They've really been kind of, mixing it up. Like the last couple SNG drops had a G10 scale, but then they had the performance pivot. And if you guys don't know, so they consider this pivot is considered the performance pivot. This is their standard pivot. So yeah, they've been kind of messing around with stuff lately. I bet you they've dropped quite a bit of SNGs, and then they'll throw in some fixed blades. And every once in a while, if you're paying attention, they'll throw a custom. All my customs I paid over for because I've got them second, through dealers that went to shows. This I got table price because they threw this up on a Friday drop, and it's one of two.
Did they ever throw up PTs?
Oh yeah.
And they're under 4, right?
Huh?
They're under 4?
Yeah, I think they're like 375. And I've been, PTs, and I'm sure they haven't done that new JVA in a while, so I'm sure that'll be coming back up. So,
Lord, that's a sweet carry, brother. Neil carried the off-grid Enforcer, the Gerber US1 Tiny Sog with a Walther P22, which is a good little gun, and a FOMO V EDC Mini Light.
Is Bluminati still in here, or did he go to sleep?
I don't know if Bluey's in here or not.
He was in here earlier.
Space Ghost carried his Archbishop, but he's playing with their button lock stinger while he waits to see if this oil heater is going to melt the plug any worse. Uh-oh, don't start a fire. Sharif, you and Scotch and Things are the ones that pushed me over the edge because you got me to this that I couldn't find at first, so I got a PT, and then I traded for this, and then it was just a matter of time. And it all started with that effing grow that I caught so much shit for. So fuck y'all.
I just didn't know if Blue was still in here. Just want to
Before
see
my
how he's doing.
I scored 20 CV, QSB Canadian, fifth pocket, pocket lucky.
You're breaking up, man. Can you guys hear him?
I'm breaking up. Let me do something.
You were talking. It sounded like alien.
It'll do it sometimes.
You were. I don't know what you were talking about.
Check, check. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Rip Knives. Danny Yard does really nice work. Oh shit! Am I running the show? Oh, hey guys. I guess it's the Strider show. Sorry, a lot of them are upstairs. Customs, but you can get. I get questions a lot. Oh, he's back. Damn.
Can you hear me now?
But like even this is an old school Strider. You can tell it's got bigger stop pins. Almost. They've done their Tantos different over the years, and I got a steal on this one.
Let me find something real quick to give away. We'll just give it away in the chat before we break up here.
Gen 3. Rob, they do not do bearings. Their knives are all on washers. You can, hold on, I think I do have it down here.
I'm going to flip y'all out, and I'm going to give.
If you want a Strider on bearings, Strider did a collab back in, so this is from 2013 with Microtech. So you can tell it's Microtech made them, but it's the Strider design. They made them in the SMF size and the SNG size. They did stuff like this, and they did some crazy customs. You can get these all day for, depending on condition, $400 to $600. So if you want if you want a flipper Strider on bearings, look for one of these older Microtechs. Still a great knife. So,
all right, guys, I'm going to give away as a random this little SOG XR. I think it is. It's the thinnest in my collection. It's on an axis lock. It is. I can flip it, but it's a slow roller too. It is. I want to say S35VN.
Bluminati, is that your carry? Do you just roll around with like a backpack full of knives banging around?
What's up, Bluminati? Ultra XR. It can be used as a money clip or a super thin knife. And I'm going to throw in this fidget coin that Bama Ninja gifted me because I've got another one just like it. And we're going to do this one in the StreamYard chat. So hold on, kiddos.
Oh shit, I got another custom down here. Boing. So, Rob's Knife Nerdery, I've got one. I've got a bunch more upstairs. I've got like, I did a count, like 20 maybe? 25, I can't remember. So,
We've got like people in here, and 87 people type Javon in the chat starting now.
Nope.
And so that's going to be for the little Ultra XR SOG, which is a great little knife. Super slicey, super minimalistic. Check this bitch out. It's a great little knife. I never carry it. And you'll get a little fidget coin. And we'll put this right here. We'll call it our random giveaway. And notice, I never will list giveaways in the description because I only want you guys to win them. I'm not about quantity of people. I'm about quality of people. So this is the SOG and the fidget. And whoever wins this one, you guys get the email in tonight. We will try to ship it out tomorrow. 41 entries. That's not bad, guys. We're halfway there. So everybody throw Javon in the chat. You put magnets. That's good.
Knife nerdery. You can't. I mean, it's a washer knife, so they can be kind of like spider. I mean, they're all. And what I found is each one is pretty much different. And they do take some time to break in. And the more time you give them, the smoother they get. Like I've got some upstairs that are so incredibly smooth.
I've got to pull it quick because we're getting close to Maddie. So
what time does he go on?
He goes on in 15 minutes. So we're going to go 15, 12, 11. I'm seeing people jumping in there now. Y'all get in there, even if you're playing for somebody else. Cool little knife. You can sell it on NAF sale for $100. Douglas got in with the Javon. So I'm going to give it 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody.
The SMF is going to be a smoother knife or more drop steady than the SNG because of the heavier blade.
Are you in Canada, buddy? Because this is a knife that I can't take apart because it's got T5s. Congrats, Todd. I don't mind putting it in and trying to send it to you. Down here for Todd Carr.
Congrats, Todd.
But I can't guarantee it'll get there unless you got a proxy who knows how to take this guy apart.
Where's Todd at?
He's in Canada. But I think it's small enough that I put it in a... Cool, Todd. Shoot me a email, buddy. I'm going to drop it in here. Congratulations, my man. Knives Live 2021 at Gmail. And guys, I am going to run down to the Sunoco and pick up some of my garlic peanuts. Whoops. And I'm going to thank each one of you guys for coming to hang out. And Steve, I'm glad you're back in town, buddy. I didn't even ask you about the
It's -20 out. I'm so happy I'm home.
Cool. We'll rally up next Friday. And tomorrow night, guys, I think Lefty and I have Off the Edge. Not sure. I think so. I think tomorrow's our night. So hopefully I'll see you guys in. I love each and every one of you. I'm humbled that y'all come out and hang out with us. It's a blast. Appreciate you all. And just please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. Choose to bait, not hate. Stevie, you got anything, buddy?
No, I think as Rob talking about, you could probably find someone to put, I don't know, he's talking about putting skiffs over PV washers. I'm guessing if he's wondering about doing that with a Strider, just know that will avoid your warranty. So that's all I got.
And I would reach out to Steve at Skiffs and see if he's got a thickness that's compatible, right?
Yeah, just know that it will void your warranty. Strider is really good with their warranty, and just as long as it's not fucked with.
Guys, I love you all.
See you guys.
Later, guys.